Good evening. You're welcome to the live. As you join in, let's begin to share. Thank you so much for joining. If you're joining, please go ahead and share the live. Go ahead and share the live. Thank you so much, Janet, Balco, Angel Bell, Mama Sandra, Simbi. Let's go ahead and share the live. Let me see if everything is set properly. Let's go ahead and share the live. If you're joining, share the live. Thank you so much and God bless you. Let's go ahead. I'm going to be sharing from here. Let me go straight and share. Then we'll just go straight ahead to do our tutorial today. Today, I'll be teaching us how to install our braid in 9 different methods. 3 from the rubber band method, 3 from the natural and traditional, then 3 from knotless braids. So if you're watching me now and you're interested into this, Kistiada, how are you? Thank you so much, Prophetic Wing. I'm fine. Thank you so much, man. God bless you. Saris TV, you're welcome. Demo, you're welcome. Nana, Araibi, you're welcome. Everyone is welcome to the live. Let's go ahead. If you have any question that is related to everything we're going to do today, please go ahead. I hope this thing is clear enough. Go ahead and just give me any of the question you have. Put it on the comment section, share the videos, and thank you so much for joining. In today's video, we are going to be doing 9 different methods of how you look too beautiful to be doing hair. Oh my God, my dear, my love. It's a talent now. What do I have to do? I have to share. That is why I'm out here. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much, ma. So let's go ahead. Anything about hair, I've done everything I have to do, but it's just that the hair is my talent, so I have to go for it. So let's share the videos and join the video. We're going to be doing 9 different methods of how we can add extensions into hair. 3 good methods from the rubber band, 3 good methods from the natural and tradition, then 3 other methods from knotless braid. Now, prophetic wings, be prepared because you're going to do the knotless braid. I'm going to show you 3 different ways of how you can install it. And at the end of the day, if we have time, I'm going to show you how we can end up the tips of the braids. How we can end up the tips of our braids. 5 different methods of how we can end up the tips of our braid. If you're here, please go ahead and share the video and let's go ahead. So the first method we're going to do today, let's get our stuff ready. I'm going to be using red to demonstrate this first one. Then we choose another color for the next one. Let's go ahead. I'm going to brush this now. If you're ready, if you have your mannequins ready, please share the video. Put your hands on the like. I want to be seeing that love icon popping up. Please go ahead and do that. 3 things you have to do to support on this live is go ahead and share the videos, like the videos, and support the videos as much as you can. This is the bundle of the hair we're going to be working with. So let's go ahead and start. No time to waste. There's no time to waste at all. No time to waste. If you have any questions related to this, let me arrange this thing. Sometimes to position the camera very well, we need to figure it out. I hope everybody can see what I'm doing. Thank you so much, Prophetic Queen. God bless you. Let's see if it's working. Everything is working for good. Everything is working for our good. So let's go ahead now. So now I've sectioned this hair. If you're joining me for the first time, this class is a very, very friendly beginners class. For both friendly beginners, for those that want to learn natural, how to install natural way of adding extension, for those that want to add and learn knotless braid, we are here for you. So just be patient. We'll do it step by step. We'll start from the rubber band method, move on to the natural and traditional, then we'll now move on to the knotless. Be prepared. Be prepared. Today is packed full preparation. So let's go ahead now. I've sectioned this hair. Now that I've sectioned this hair, if you're joining for the first time, please tap, share the video. My lovely people, I really love you all. Thank you and support on this live. We only have like 2 hours to stay here. Let's make it something that we'll be so happy with. So now this is the hair we're working with. Always make sure you comb the hair. Always make sure you comb the hair you're working with. Remove the knots out of it before you install extensions into your braid. If not, you're going to lose your hair. We don't want to be losing our hair because braid is a protective style. Braid, as we say, is a protective style. So we don't want to do braid and at the end of the day, when you're taking your braids off, all the hair is going to be falling off. No. So now, this is the hair we're working with, bundle of hair, and I'm going to be picking up my extension at this The first method, the first three methods we are going to do is related to the rubber band method. Most people are learning it. Now, I used to give exemption. If you know you are a beginner, please don't go and start using natural and traditional method on your kids' hair. Please, I can give you that exemption to use the rubber band method because you're going to use rubber band to secure it. It's not going to hurt the kids. But apart from that, every other, go and get your training mannequin head to do practices on. So now let's go straight ahead to start. This is the extension we're going to be working with today, like this. So now the next step we're going to do, this is my medium extension. I've taken it. We'll go straight ahead. Let me see. And another thing we're going to be working with today, if you have not seen, if this is your first time to see the crochet pin, this is the crochet pin. Look at it. Be patient. We have 9 different techniques of how to install extension. The last 3 is going to be knotless. For those that want to learn how to do knotless braid, is the last 3 that we're going to do. Then after that, we are going to show you 5 different methods to add our hair into hot water. How you end up your tips of your braid. So it's packed full today. Let's just get started. So now this is the rubber band we're going to be using. For those that have not seen the rubber band before, look at it. How small the rubber band is. I didn't say go to the shop and get those big ones. It won't work because it's too big. So this is the tiny bits of rubber band. The next step that we are going to do, when you get this tiny bit of rubber band, normally you're supposed to be using one of the rubber band. But at the end of the day, the rubber band, sometimes they get snapped. For me, I don't want to be disappointed when I'm teaching, so I just decide to do what? Double it. I'll go ahead and double the rubber band. So go ahead and double it if you want to use the rubber band. So at the end of the day, what are we going to do at this point? Use your rubber band and secure the root of it. Share the video, follow the accounts if you know that you want to learn skills, so that when I come up on live, you're going to get notification that I'm live. If you have not subscribed, please, my lovely, subscribe to my channel, please. Thank you so much, and follow the channels. Thank you so much. God bless you all. So now we are going to secure this hair. I'm doing that while I'm still talking. Secure the hair with a rubber band. When you secure this hair with a rubber band, make sure you exhaust all the rubber band. Because the hair is a tiny bit of hair, that is why we are going like about 5 or 6 times now on this. But if you have your hair sectioned, like in about 35 to 30 hair, you are going to go about 3 times to the rubber band and it's finished. So the next step we have to take when we're doing this rubber band, we're teaching different 3 methods we're using in the rubber band section. So now you're going to take this crochet pin. Look at the crochet pin. Don't go and buy the one that doesn't have lash like this. If you buy the one that doesn't have, it's not going to work. It's going to be pulling the hair. So if you're getting your crochet pin, make sure the crochet pin you're buying is the one that has the close open and you close it. So we're going to install this one from the top. When you're doing this first rubber band method, let's push it closer. You're going to install this from the top. Open it, put the crochet pin from the top. When you put it, it's going to come out on the other side. The next thing, if you find out that this hair is disturbing you, that is the reason why we have clips. When we're working, we have clips. This is the clips. You go ahead and take the clips and hold on to it. This is my extension. I've taken the extension, and this is a medium extension to me. This might not be your own medium. This might be your own micro. It doesn't really matter. All that matters when you're doing hair is that when you pick up an extension like this, the size of extension, make sure that that extension you pick, the first one, is the extension that you use in finishing all the hair. I'm doing well. Chiamaka Okoye, thank you so much, and God bless you. I'm just scrolling on live. Oh, scroll. You're welcome to the live. Thank you so much for joining. So at the end of the day, what are we going to do? Section this hair into ratio 2:1. When you section this hair into ratio 2:1, it's going to be like the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. What are we going to do with this one we have on the left hand? Take it and just put it on one side, because the hello again, so good to see you. Thank you so much, my love. Samia Biba, thank you so much. If I slaughter your name, forgive me for that, but I love the name Sam. So now let's go ahead. You are going to make sure that you put this hair in create a loop like this by holding it with your thumb and index finger. You go right there and hook it. Make sure that when you're hooking it, put all the hair into the hook. Then you go ahead and close the crochet pin. Then you pull this hair. When you pull it, go halfway, take your crochet pin off. This method, if you're just joining us for the first time, the first 3 methods we're going to do is related to the rubber band method. Thank you so much, Lady Peace. God bless you. Support the life as much as you can. I'm not seeing any red icon. Is it only one person tapping for me today? Please, my love, put your hands on the phone now and just create. It's going to help us to go a long way. Thank you so much. God bless you. So now take your right hand. When you take your right hand, pull the other one, and you're holding this other one with your left hand. Can you see it? Me holding it with my left hand. If you don't hold it, when you pull, everything is going to pull off. Don't let it pull off. So now at the end of the day, it's like this. What are you going to do? Relieve this one, split this one into two, pull it on both sides. Don't pull it too much. I'm just coming. You're right on time. Lady, peace, music. You're right on time. We're just here. So at the end of the day, when you pull this, both of them to this side, this one here is, when you pull it too much, it's going to be too tight on the root of the hair. Loving, thank you so much. Don't let it too tight. Let's give cares to Loving for supporting. Don't make it too tight. Just pull it a bit to secure it. Then you bring this one down. At this point, you've already started braiding this hair. Do you know the reason why? Because most people, they find it very, very difficult to install the hair, which I'm going to teach you online. There are techniques I'm teaching you about 9 of them we're going to do before we finish up today and do the rest. You're going to get straight away into it. So now this is secured already from the root. The next step you're going to take the other extension. This rubber band method is very important for the beginners. If you don't know, even for those that are professional, there are some styles you're going to do. You need this rubber band method. If you're learning it now, you know it all. Because there are some jumbo style you're going to do. Just hold it with the expression, put it before you know you start braiding your hair all through. So now let's figure out this since this one is already secured from the root, you hold this extension on your right hand that is 2 times bigger than the one you just installed with the crochet pin. What next are we going to do? Hold it. Let me pull this hair. Annie, this the mannequin hair is called Annie. Annie have been so helpful, and the hair is helpful as well. So let's go ahead now. You're holding this one with your thumb and index finger on your left hand. Take this one in the middle like this. Place it right there. When you place it, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. When you hold it with your thumb and index finger, look at when you're doing the rubber band method, all the natural hair tends to be in the middle. My lovely, do not worry about it, because as a new beginner, you will find it very difficult if I say start splitting up that hair now. At the end of the day, the hair is going to unravel. We don't want the hair to unravel. What next are you going to do? Take this one from your right hand. If you're a right-handed person, start braiding. Bring it in. If you're a left-handed person, start with this one on the left hand. Because I'm a right-handed person, we'll take it from the right hand here. Right hand, bring it in to the left, not above, in. So you grab this one in the middle, secure it with your thumb and index finger. Take the next one from your left hand, bring it into your right. Now, at the end of the day, you have installed this extension. You have installed the braid already. You see how simple this one is? Very, very simple to install. But all I'm going to tell you at this point, when you start braiding hair and you're used to braiding the hair, the next step you're going to do on this hair is that you will start splitting your natural hair into other extensions. But at this point, don't worry. Use your extensions to cover the natural hair. It's called tucking in. Make sure you section it and cover it very well. Then you start braiding. The reason is that we don't want our hair to be showing, because we're using a red extension while our hair is a brown shaded hair. So go ahead and start braiding. Let me pull it for us to see it. Go ahead and start braiding the hair. So when you start braiding the hair, I hope everybody can see it. If you cannot see it, put on the comment section. If you know you can see it, just let me go on with the level I've set this thing. If it's visible enough, let's go ahead and start doing that. If it's not visible enough, let me adjust the mannequin training head up a little bit. But if you know it's visible, let's go ahead. Exactly, I mean, you've got exactly the same name as someone I know. Oh, thank you so much, Grace. Okay, that's fine. So now let's go ahead and finish up this braid. So when we finish up this braid, I'm going to show you the result of what we have done so far. So if you're joining me, it's visible. Thank you so much, my love. If you're joining for the first time, let's keep tapping. Let's tap in. Take this tapping to 10K first. The first few minutes, let's take it far. So now look at it. Rubber band method using the crochet pin. Nice and neat. If you're here and you have passion to braid hair and you think, okay, because I don't know how to do the natural and traditional method, then you stop braiding. Please go ahead and start using this. I'm building it up. Good morning. Thank you so much for, because you know the where we are, the regions are different. So some people are morning here, and there is almost going to after 5 evening here. So it doesn't really matter now. So now look at it. First one is rubber band method using the crochet pin to insert. If you're just joining and you don't know what the crochet pin is, this is the crochet pin. So let's go ahead and continue. Now you might be thinking, okay, I don't have the crochet pin, I don't have this pin, how am I going to do this method? I'm here with you. So the next method we are going to take now, let me bring this thing, this hair up a bit. I think it's going to go up a bit more. The next, not this point. The next method we are going to do, let's bring it up a bit. Yeah, please, sister, do twisting times. And join me on the class because there's a lot to do. Most people don't know how to braid. Then before we start going on twisting, what I'm going to do with the twisting is I'm going to be sending videos of twisting. Send videos, comprehensive videos of twisting, because we don't have time. I only have 2 hours to stay online. I'll send comprehensive, but if you want to join the classes, go ahead and just send me a bio that you want to join the classes, then we'll go ahead. But apart from that, I do nine different methods: 3 from the rubber band, 3 from the natural and traditional method, and 3 from knotless braid. So we should have enough by now. So but if you want to join the class and you know you want to learn more, go and send me a message on my bio, then from there we'll communicate about the classes. So let's go ahead and do this. So the next method we are going to do is rubber band method without the crochet pin. I want to join the class. Yes, Benediction, please send me a DM on my DM. Just send me, I want to join the class, and I'll reply you by communicating from there. Then I will take it off from there. So now this is the crochet pin that we use in installing this one. On the second method, we are not needing the crochet pin at this point. Let's share the video, share the video, share the video, and continue to tap. Share the video for about 20 people in your platform, because you don't know who you're going to help to come and learn a skill. Somebody will just say, thank you for sharing this live for me, because most people don't even know that we're here. Share, put your hands on your phone, share the live, and at the same time start tapping to help support this live. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So now let's go ahead and comb this. Always make sure the hair is combed out. When it's combed out like this, it's okay. You're not going to lose your hair by the time you're taking your braids off. Very, very important. My first time here, Diamond, you're highly welcome. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome. Let's give her cheers. Diamond, that's for you. Thank you, Diamond, for joining. That one is for you. That cheers is for you. Take it. So now let's go ahead. We are doing the next method, rubber band method. Rubber band method without the crochet pin. We don't need the crochet pin. When you do this, section the hair into 2. My braid is a bit smaller. Mine is because I'm using this hair mannequin for training. When you're doing yours as a beginner, please don't section your hair too small, because you're going to slip on that hair. The only thing you're going to do is that when you're doing as a beginner, section your hair about 30 to 35 braids. Then you start from there. 30 to 35, so that you can be able to finish up the braid. The more you are used to getting braiding, the better you become. Then you start adding 10 as long as you're going. The next one you're going to do, instead of 30, you make it up to 40 gradually. But if you want to section it small this way, my dear, it's not going to be easy. As a beginner, you get so tired in braiding. But if you take it up in a way that you're going to do 30, it will help you to now get up to braiding hair. So now we have sectioned this hair into 2. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you have not followed the account, what are you waiting for? And you want to learn a skill, follow the account so that you can get a notification, and click on your notification button. It's going to tell you when I'm live. Anytime I'm live, you're going to get to. Thank you so much, everyone joining. Lucas W. Vine, you're welcome. Lucas, thank you so much for joining. Let's go ahead, share the videos and like the videos. God bless you all for that. So now let's go ahead and take the extension. This is my extension. This is my own medium extension. Your medium might be more than this. It doesn't really matter. Anyone you call extension, you pick the first extension you pick while you're doing your hair. Make sure it's the extension that you're going to pick until you finish all the hair, meaning that we want our hair to be uniform size. Can you see it? You want, what's the name of the school. Which school? It's not school. I don't have school. It's just a tutorial, online tutorial class. I'm just saying it's an online tutorial class. So let's go ahead. We are going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. When you split this hair into ratio 2:1, meaning the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. I'm going to explain to you the reason why we have this hair splitted in ratio 2:1 when we're doing the natural and traditional method. So stay tuned. We're still on it. We're just starting the class. So now take this one that you have on your left hand, place it on one side. This one that you have on your right hand that is smaller, what are you going to do? Equate this hair. Make sure they stay on the same level. Can you see it? Put it on the same level like that. When you put it on the same level, place it in the middle of the hair that you section into 2. If you're just joining, we section this hair into 2. Let's go ahead and tap and share this video. Share the video and tap. Let me share from here as well. I'm going to share from here. Let's share the video. Let's share and bring in people. Have I even shared this video today? Yes, I've shared. Let's go ahead and share to other people to come into the class. Come into the class. I know it's weekend, but let's just quickly have a 2 hours that will help us get into braiding. Quick one. Quick 2 hours that will help us get into braiding. So now you take the smaller extension, place this extension in the middle. Can you see the way it is? You section it in 2. The next step you're going to do now, go ahead and grab your rubber band. This rubber band comes in different colors. Whichever your color is, go ahead and use it. If you know you have a brown shaded hair, you want this color, go ahead and choose it. But for me, I prefer to do black because I'm using it for practical. So it's up to you. It doesn't really matter. The rubber band is not going to show. So now, instead of you using one of the rubber band, for me, I use 2 because I don't want it to snap. But if you use one of the rubber band and it's working for you and it didn't snap, go ahead. You're supposed to be using 1. But for me, 1 doesn't work. So I double it. So go ahead and double it. This rubber band method are beginners friendly. If you know you're a beginner and you want to start doing hair from today, please go ahead and use rubber band method. But if you know that you want to do on your kids' hair, you don't know how to do hair, don't do natural and traditional method because you're going to be pulling the kids' hair. Use this rubber band method. Put the hair in the middle, gradually take this and secure it. Can you see what I've done? Go ahead and just use your rubber band and secure it. Because if you're doing your own practical, you're going to be taking more hair than this because these ones are too tiny because I'm using it for practicals. When as a beginner, you want to start braiding hair and you want to braid a full hair, please go ahead and section the hair into 30 or 35 so that I can be able to finish that hair. It will stay long to keep waiting and so that you won't get tired of it and just say discouraged. I don't want to do this hair again. No. It's not by force. So, but then if you section it in a 30 sectioning, it's going to help you to like finish it. Now, the next step you're going to do as you're watching, go ahead and split this hair into 2. Pull it on both sides. When you pull this hair on both sides, what it's going to do is that it's going to secure the hair to the root, but don't pull it too much. The more you pull it, the tighter the hair is on the scalp. We don't want this hair because you're using a rubber band and pulling it as well. We don't want the hair to be too tight. So we just want it to be secured, but not too tight. Thank you so much. So the next step, go ahead and bring this one down. So when you bring it down like this, you're ready to braid your hair. Simple. That is how simple this method is. This method is good for those that want to start learning how to braid hair. Those that want to start doing their kids' hair at home. It's simple. Grab the other one that is 2 times bigger. What are you going to do? Position. Let me position this mannequin so that you can all see me braiding this hair. Can you see it? Take this one, hold it in the middle like this. Make sure that they're on the same side. What are you going to do? This is my left hand. As you can see, my left hand. I'm going to now start braiding this hair. Using my left hand to secure this hair, thumb and index finger. Watch it. Hold it with your thumb and index finger, left hand. Place the middle of this hair on top of this. Just place it. Holding it with your thumb and index finger. How simple you can go with this braiding. Very simple. So when you do it this way, the next step you're going to take, if you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. Left hand, start with this. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start. And if you're doing a rubber band method, the natural hair tends to be in the middle. Don't worry about it as a beginner. When you start braiding the hair, you can now start sectioning the hair. Let's go ahead and braid. From your right hand, bring it in to your left. grab this one in the middle, secure it to your right, hold it with your thumb and index finger. From your left hand, bring it into your right hand. Then grab that one in the middle, secure it. What have you seen? We have started braiding this hair already. You see how simple this method is? Then you now go ahead, use this extension to start covering your natural hair, because if your confidence of yourself at this point and you know that the hair is not going to unravel, split the natural hair into other extensions. Grace, do you do crochet hair? I do all the hair. That is why I say come into the class, my dear. There's no hair I don't know how to do, but just I'm coming to teach you all this one online to get into the field of hair. So if you want to join my classes to learn more, please go ahead and send me a bio. But apart from that, let's go ahead and do all these things. We have 9 different methods that we are going to use in doing this hair. This is the 3 we are doing first. We are going to go next to the natural and traditional. Then we are not going next to the what is it called? Knotless braid. We are teaching knotless braid today, so don't worry. So let's go ahead, let's braiding. When we start braiding this hair, the next step you're going to notice, I'm using my extension to cover the natural hair. It's called tucking in. Tucking your natural hair in. We don't want to see this natural hair, in the sense that if you don't see, because now I'm using a red colored hair and the brown hair is a brown shaded hair. At the end of the day, you're not seeing any hair on top of it. What does it happen? It makes it like how braid very short hair. No, let's go ahead now. I don't have any short extension to demonstrate this, but I'm going to explain. Let me finish. So at the end of the day, you go ahead and start braiding your hair. So when you braid this hair, always make sure you're covering it. It's going to make the hair last longer, in the sense that your natural hair is not going to be popping up, and it's going to make your braid look more professional and neat. When people see your braid, they'll say, oh my God, this person braid is very, very neat. That is what it does. So now let's go ahead and braid this out. So when we braid this out, I'm going to show you the next method. If you're the type that doesn't want a rubber band on your hair, the next method doesn't have rubber bands. So now go ahead and watch me as I do it. Thank you so much for joining. If you're joining me for the first time and you've not followed my account, go ahead and press follow the account, because you're going to get notification anytime I'm live. And press on your notification button so that when I'm live, it's going to just pop up and say, Grace is live, so that you can be able to come in and come and join the class. Okay, now let me show you what we have done so far. As a beginner, if you go ahead and start braiding like this, who will say you're a beginner? By gradually respecting yourself from this point now, using your rubber band method to just secure it, then you go ahead and start braiding. Simple. But at the end of the day, let's go ahead and do the next one. I'm going to do all this method. Put it in your mind. This is number 1, number 2, up to number 9. If you have any question, have it in your mind. That is words that we needed up to the same life. Yeah. So now let's go ahead and take, I like your hair, madam. Thank you so much, and God bless you for that. Don't worry, this hair, I'm going to bring this hair up for you people to start buying it, because everybody is like fancying this hair. Don't worry, gradually, step by step. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to section this hair, the last one that is related to the rubber band method. This is it. Why I put this method on this rubber band, there's no rubber band, no crochet that is used on this hair. But the only reason why it's on this group is that we're using the same techniques to do it. So just watch me as I do this method. It might be the best method for you. If you want, you go ahead and do it. All this method I'm doing, normally when you're doing jumbo braids, they are all good for you to get into jumbo braid. Because if you know you cannot hold that jumbo braid, the rubber band will secure it from the root for you, and you start doing it. Thank you so much. So now let's go ahead and brush this. Excuse me. When you brush, always make sure you brush your hair. Comb the hair out. Remove all the knots before you install extension into braids. If not, you're going to lose this hair when you're taking it out, because you're going to be having your braids between 4 weeks to 8 weeks. If you don't comb it out, when you're taking the extension off, your hair is going to be going out of it. We don't want to lose our hair, because braid is a protective style. So now the next step we're going to do, because this third method is no rubber band, no crochet. Let's go ahead, section it into 2. After getting your hair, section into two equal parts like this. When you section it into 2 equal parts, what is the next thing you're going to do? This is my braid extension. I'm having having this extension in a bundle like this, most of the new beginners, they don't know how to take extension the way I'm taking it. All you're going to do is that if you can afford a rack, get a rack and start sectioning your extension. If you cannot afford a rack, you have your dining chair. Your dining chair will do the work for you. Take it and section it. When you section them, it's going to help you for your extensions and your braid to be uniformed. We don't want you to have one braid micro, the other one mini, the other one medium, the other one jumbo. All the braid is going to be color riot, size riot. At the end of the day, look at my braid. They are almost all the same sizes. So that is the same thing you're going to do. If you can hold that as a point, most people will not know that you're a new beginner when you're braiding hair. Most people, they know that they are beginners when they look at their braid. One is big here, the other one is small here, the other one is jumbo. They'll say, this one is a learner. Please, if you follow the rules, nobody will know that you're learning. So now, this is the amount of braid I'm taking, which is my own medium. Thank you so much. God bless you. Let's keep tapping. Let's move this like to 10,000K, please. Tap, 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 and share the video. Share the video about 20 people in your pages so that they will come and learn. Most people will appreciate you for doing that to them. So now we are going to split this hair up into 2 ratio 2:1. Thank you, Lady Peace, and God bless you. Split this hair into ratio 2:1. When you split it into ratio 2:1, take this one that is 2 times bigger, place it on one side. Take the smaller part of the extension, make sure they are equal. Place it in the middle. Go in the middle like this. Look at it. Put it in the middle. When you put it in the middle, we've already done this one. The previous one we did. Thank you so much, Queen. God bless you all. Thank you so much. I really love you. Thank you so much for help, for supporting this live. God bless you. So at the end of the day, this one goes, we use the rubber band to secure this one. But at this one, we're not going to use the rubber band. Watch me. If you don't want the rubber band on your hair, go ahead and do this method. This method is almost similar to the natural and traditional method, but as a beginner, you can be able to do it. Look at it. Just go ahead, split your natural hair in the middle a little bit, and just make sure that you braid it down a little bit. All this method I'm showing you, they are all useful method. It's really friendly to beginners, but at the end of the day, if you're a professional, you're still going to use this method. There are some hairstyles that need this method. There are some hairstyles that need this method. If you're doing big jumbo hair and you want to do twists, all those things, you use all these methods to do it. That is jumbo. Bring this one down. When you bring it down, at this point, the hair is already half secured. Take the other part of the hair that is 2 times bigger, hold it like this. Then you now adjust your mannequin. Make sure that you're already okay. When you're braiding, please don't bend your back too much. Health and safety reason. Because if you braid a lot and you're not positioned very well, your back will hurt. And you don't want to be going like this when you're going up because you're braiding. No. Position yourself very well. If you have a chair, you want to sit down, make sure that the chair is higher than the other client's own. But if you want to stand up, position yourself very well and be comfortable before doing hair. So now this is my left hand, as you can see. Now I'm going to take my left hand, hold up to the hair. Thumb and index finger, they play vital role when you're doing hair. I'm going to hold this hair with my thumb and index finger. Take the middle of this one, in the middle, place it right here. This third one is no crochet, no rubber band on it. Then we now go ahead and start braiding. If you know you're a right-handed person, start with this one. If you're a left-handed person, start with this one. So now, because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to take this braid. From my right hand, I'll bring it into the left. Grab this one in the middle, secure it with your thumb and index finger. Bring this one from your left into your right and start braiding the hair. My dear, simple technique, no hustle, no pain. That is this 3 method we're showing you. At the end of the day, with this hair in the middle, if you're secured and you're confident enough for yourself as a beginner, please go ahead and split this natural hair into other extension. But if you're not confident enough, don't do that, because if you leave this hair and be splitting, the hair is going to unravel. If you know you're not confident at this point, please go ahead and braid it. What you will do for me is that take the extension, cover the natural hair, and start braiding your hair. Make sure that the extensions are covering the wait and adjust it, and make sure the extensions are covering the natural hair. It's called tucking in your hair, natural hair. So you now go ahead and start braiding this hair. Look at it. Braid the hair. So when you know how to braid and you're confident, you're going to split that natural hair into other extensions so that they will be uniform. But at this point, I don't want you to start braiding the hair and at the end of the day, the hair will unravel. You say, oh my God, and you feel discouraged. No, don't be discouraged in doing hair. Just be persistent. Before you know it, you're there already. Nobody is born with this braiding. It's a skill that we have to perfect. The more you do it, the better you become. Yes, the more you practice, the better you become. Let me place this one the way we can see it. So now let me go ahead. The only thing I need to buy now is a heavy stand. I've been saying this one. This stand now, because they are not heavy, sometimes when you're braiding, it's shaking. I need a heavy stand that when you stand, it's not going to be moving. I'm going to look for that and get it so that when you're doing your practicals, it's not going to be shaking like this. Because this one is a bit light. When you're pulling the hair, it's going to be shaking. So now let's go ahead and do this, show you. The reason why I told you that this one looks like a natural and traditional method, no rubber band. Can you see the difference? Well done, ma. Thank you so much, Maki. God bless you. Thank you so much. Keep tapping, keep tapping. Look at this one that I did. No rubber band, no crochet. Can you see the root of the hair? It's exactly like natural and traditional method of it. But then look at this other one, because we put rubber band in it, it makes it a little bit puffy up. No problem as a beginner, because I'm still going to teach you how to do the natural and traditional method. If you start with this one, it's absolutely okay. So look at the three now that is related to the rubber band method. 1, with the crochet pin. 2, rubber band without the crochet pin. 3, no rubber band, no crochet pin. Bear it in mind. I'm going to do 9 methods for you today. When we finish all the 9 methods, 6 from the normal braiding, 3 from the knotless braid. So when we finish all this, put it in mind and ask me a question. This is the 3rd one. Tell me the number, I'll know the number, and I'm going to repeat it if you want. But apart from that, I'm going to show you 5 different ways you can end the tip of your braids today before we call the class to end today. So now let's go ahead and continue. So if you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. I'm going to be switching extension to the green one now so that we can differentiate this. So with this green one, we're going to do natural and traditional method for it. So the first one is that highlights your hair. Let's go ahead and highlight the hair. I'm going to show you 3 good methods you can use in doing natural and traditional method, which is not the rubber band method. This rubber band method, they are all friendly beginners as well. So go ahead, let's do it. So now at the end of the day, I've parted this hair. Next step is make sure that the hair is nicely combed and brushed. Look at it. Take all the tangleness away, knots away. Make sure that it's smooth like this. See, your comb will go through it like this, so that by the time you're taking your hair off, all you're going to observe is that you're going to have the undergrowth. The undergrowth shows that your hair is growing. And this one, because you've combed this, it's not going to be breaking your hair. If you don't comb your hair inside the hair, when you're taking it off, come and ask me what will happen. All your hair will be pulling. Don't do hair like that. Comb it. If you know it's difficult to comb, get a spray bottle with a little conditioner there, spray it and make sure the hair is combed before you insert your extension. We are going to be using this one now. Let's go ahead and use this extension. This one that we are going to be using is the green extension. Let's switch to this green extension. So at the end of the day, we are going to part our hair. I'm going to be using the same size of extension that we are going to use. Now I'm taking it this way. If you know it's too big, I'll take it off, but if it's okay, I'll use it that way. So now this is the size of extension I'm using. This, I call this my own medium. This might be your own micro, it doesn't matter. It might be your micro. Then if you want your medium, add a bit. If you want your jumbo, you make it a bit bigger. It's up to you. But the only thing is that when you start with a size of extension, start the braid, use the same size of extension to finish all your braids. Don't be changing hand. If you want your hair to finish on time, it's the hair, natural hair, that you're going to add more hair to, not your braid. Most people, they will start adding braid. They'll think it's the braid that is the problem. It's not the extension that is the problem. It's the hair. If you want it to finish now, if I want this hair to finish right now as I'm teaching you, I'm just going to section it into 5. Then I'm gone. But then my extension have to be the same thing. I'm not going to change the extension. Note that and put it. So now we are going to split this hair into 2. With this method, most people call it that you're wrapping around your extension. But me, I just call it that you plait it round underneath. Take it, Look at it, ratio 2:1. The one I have on my right hand is 2 times the one I have on my left hand. This is the size that you have to be sectioning your extension when you're doing braid. Any braids you're doing, this is the rightful size you're going to use. Reason is that I'm going to explain now. When you take this smaller one and cross it to the other part, hold it this way. When you're holding this way, place this extension and be seeing it. What did you observe? You find out that the 3 strands are the same thing. When you put the smaller ones and join it together, it equates this one. It equates one of the bigger ones. So when you're doing your braid, it's going to make your braid look more even. Instead of it to be uneven, the braid is going to look even. Let's go ahead and tap. Thank you so much. God bless everyone that have been tapping on this phone. You see that hand? It will multiply more blessings, money, favor will get into their hands. So go ahead, support this life as much as we can. Share the videos. We only have maybe an hour or plus to go out. So just make sure that the life is active. They will not think we're just here doing nothing. Thank you so much and God bless you for that. So this is it. You're going to be holding this extension this way. The first method I'm showing you on the natural and traditional method is that one that you wrap around. Most professional, that's what they use. If it works for you, go ahead and do it. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to be holding this extension. Look at the way I've crossed it round and I'm holding it this way. Can everybody see it? So now you go ahead. The hair is nicely brushed and combed. Next step we're going to do on this is that you're going to hold this hair with your left hand. This is my left hand. Hold it with your left hand, thumb and index finger. When you hold it with your thumb and index finger, place this one. Look at this one. Place it like this. When you place it like this, hold it with your thumb and index finger. Let's adjust it. Bring it down. Hold it with your thumb and index finger. Next step that you're going to do, take this one that is smaller part of it. Go round as if you're plaiting it. Most people say they wrap it round. We go wrap the first one round, that is first. Wrap the next one round, that is second. When you wrap it on, bring out your hands and put it there. Now, split this one into 2. Section this hair like this. Hold it. Then you start braiding this hair. Look at it. Very simple method though. If you have not tried this method before, go and try it. This is how simple it is. I've started braiding the hair already. Can you see this method? Now, because it's a natural and traditional method, now these 2 extensions have the natural hair. At this point, you're not getting advanced for you to use this method. You will now go ahead. You're going to section this extension and natural hair and give to this one. So let's go ahead and split this natural hair and give it up to this. So we now know that this one have the natural hair, this have, and this one have. All you're going to do at this point is that make sure that your natural hair extensions are covering your natural hair. Then you now go ahead and start braiding. Look at it. If you position your extension or in all the braids you're doing, make sure that your extensions are covering the natural hair. It's going to make your braid look more professional and neat and last a bit longer because your natural hair is not going to be popping up on the hair. If your natural hair is popping up on this extension, you find out that when people see the braids, they'll think, when did you do this braid? It's not as if you've had it for a long time. It's because your natural hair is showing. And then when your natural hair is showing, it's going to be making the hair look more old. So now you're going to start braiding this hair, braid it down. This method is the first method on the natural and traditional method, which is wrapping it round or plaiting it round the root about twice. I did it twice. But if you know that when you section your hair and it's big enough, when you do the second one and it's not tight enough, love you, ma. Thank you so much and God bless you. Thank you so much. You go ahead and do what? Go round again. But 2 is enough. No matter what you're doing, just wrap it around the first one, wrap it around the second one. We don't want the hair to be too tight. And when you're doing hair, we don't want your hand to be too tight. If you follow the procedure, you find out that you're going to be doing hair. People will sit down comfortably and they'll say, oh, you're even touching my hair. I'm not feeling it. That is the reason why I say, as a beginner, please get a mannequin training hair. If you want to manipulate your training, doing natural and traditional method, use your training hair, because when you know how to do it and you learn, if you put your hands on somebody's hair, thank you so much and God bless you. When you put your hand on somebody's hair and start doing it, it will be a relief, like you're not trying to hold the person's scalp or roots. No, because you've already known how to do it by learning the hair with this one. So now let's show you the result of what we have done. This is the first method related to the natural and traditional. You see how secure this is, and really nice. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Thank you for supporting this life, and God bless you. Share the videos and like the videos. Look at it. Can everybody see it? So that's the number 4. Have it in mind. And I'm doing all this. Miss Grace, where are you from in Africa? And I'm from Nigeria. So now you go ahead. When you go ahead, what you're going to do, but I live in the UK, Manchester to be precise. So now when you go ahead, what you're going to do is you're going to take this normal one and split it up again, because we're doing the second method. The second method on the natural and traditional method is what I'm going to be showing you now. Now there's an explanation I'm going to give now. I'm showing you 6 different ways of how you can install box braid, and I'm showing you 3 different ways of how you can install knotless braid. Now at the end of the day, you're going to choose. If you're doing the box braid, you choose only one method out of it. The hair is very fine. Thank you. You choose one method out of the 6 methods. After learning how to do them, use one method to be braiding your hair all through. I didn't say I'm teaching you 6 methods. Thank you so much. God bless you. I didn't say I'm teaching you 6 methods to apply all the 6 methods on somebody's hair at the same time. No. Learn the 6 method. In the process of learning the 6 method, you're going to find out that one of the method is so friendly to you and you're happy with it. Take that one method and start braiding hair all through. Yes, but then you have learned how to do 6 methods. And even the knotless method that we're going to show you later, we're showing 3. When you look at it, out of the 3, and you think that this one is good for me, use only that one that is good for you to start braiding. It will help you make your hands very smooth, and you're going to be used to it. So now we have splitted this hair up. This second method we're going to do is called two-strand method of how you can secure your braids. These ones are braids. So at the end of the day, I'm going to get my extension. This is the size of my extension. If you don't know how to take extension as a beginner, please don't be confused. Always section your extensions as a beginner. Look at this. If I'm a beginner now, I'll take this one, place it on the chair, take the same size, make sure that they are the same size, put it like this. Okay, I'll compare it. Okay, they are the same size. I'm using this size. So that if you know you cannot handle it this way by taking it the way I'm taking it, do it this way. Section it on the rack or section it on the chair. So it's going to help you to be able to have uniform size of your braids. So now this is the extension we are going to be working with. What are we going to do? We are not going to split this hair. Do you know the reason why? Because it's called the two-strand method. Most people, they will prefer to use this method. Just watch me as I do it. If it's your type of method, go ahead and use it. If you don't like it, please, there are a lot of methods you can switch to. Make sure that you're happy when you're doing your braids. So now, make sure that you're happy when you're doing your braid. So I'm going to take this one now and make sure they're on the same level so that you can have a good finishing end. What next are you going to do? What next are you going to do? The next thing you're going to do, we've already combed this hair, have we? If not, let me do it again, because I'll make sure that our hair is combed. And on life. So now go ahead and comb this hair. So when you comb it, very combed. So now this two-strand method, what most people do is that when they are doing this two-strand method, they will hold it this way. They install this hair this way. You see it, but I'm not going to show you that method. I want you to just do simple method, and that is it. So we are going to go into this method, hold it this way, hold our hair. Normally, when you're doing a two-strand method, the natural hair is always the third strand. But then when you get to the point, you start taking hair from the extension and adding up to the other strand. I'll show you what it is. Now we didn't section this hair, because normally all the braids we did, we section them into ratio 2:1. But when you're doing the two strand, we are not going to section this. You're just going to leave it this way. So now let's go ahead. Hold this one. If your hair is very short, You cannot do this method. Let's say you have a very short hair to this point. You cannot do this method. The method that is good for you is that you can use the rubber band on the short hair, or you can do use the what is it called, the knotless braid method on the short hair, or you can do the natural and traditional method, the last one, on the short hair. But let's go ahead now. As I'm teaching, I'm explaining more because sometimes so that you can take note of all those things. So now I'm going to take this one in the middle, place it right there, hold it right with your thumb and your index finger. This is my thumb and that my index finger. This is a simple method. Just follow this method if you just want to be, don't stress yourself. Hold it this way. When you hold it, take this one from the right if you're a right-handed person, start with the left if you're a left-handed person, because we call it two-strand method. Now the extension, the natural hair in the middle doesn't have the extension. I will show you how we have to give the natural hair the extension. Let's go ahead. Take this one, the strand, from your right hand into your left hand. Then you grab this one. Can you see my hand? Look at it. When you grab this method, hold it. Then you take from your left hand into your right hand. Then you start braiding. When you do your normal braiding, bring this natural hair to the middle, because we are not going to continue to use this natural hair to be braiding. It's going to be showing. What you're going to do, when the hair is in the middle like this, section a little bit the hair. Most people like this method. I'm just going to show you because there are different people here. They will think, oh, I prefer this method. Please go ahead. If you know you prefer this method, go ahead and use it. So you're going to take this one, take a little bit strand from here, then you're going ahead, take another strand from here, place it, then you start braiding your hair. Go ahead and start braiding. Because we call this method the natural and traditional method, you're going to still go ahead and split the natural hair. Can you see it? The natural hair at this point, we cannot leave only this natural hair in the middle because we're doing natural and traditional method. Take this one and borrow and give to this one. We're splitting the natural hair at this point. Then we'll go ahead and start braiding. When we did take the other one and split the natural hair again too and give to this. Most people might think, oh, this is complicated. If this method is not your method, don't worry. We have about 6 methods now. Choose one from there. So we'll now go ahead and start braiding. But make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Can you see it? You now go ahead and start braiding this hair through. You see it? Go ahead and start braiding. You see, what it does is that when your extensions are covering your natural hair, you see how neat. Oh, I came late today. Oh, don't worry. If you came late today, your next class, get notification. You'll not be late. You still get it. Don't worry. But just be present in the class. You get it. Whether you're late or not, you're still going to gain something. We are just on the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on the number 5 now. I mean, is it 6? Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on the number 5 now. We're going to be doing the 6th one. Then after the 6th one, we'll do the knotless braid, the 3 method. I'm going to show you the 3 knotless braid method you can use. So out of that 3, definitely one will be your friend. Then you just choose that one. What I mean by one being your friend is that when you're doing it, you're going to find it very easy with your hands to install it. So you just think that, this method is my friend. Let me just take it at the same time. Smiling, my time sister Queen from Yukoni. Okay, thank you so much. Earthly Column, you're welcome. I'm reading, I'm back. Oh, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much. If you have not followed me on all my platforms, it's the same name. I want to just make sure that the names are the same. GraceLawendhair tutorial on YouTube, GraceLawendhair tutorial on TikTok, GraceLawendhair tutorial on Facebook and lifestyle. Just go ahead. If you have not followed me on those platforms, go ahead and follow me, because sometimes I might be coming in a separate way. Like, just come on YouTube on my own. The day I'm going to teach on YouTube, you're on YouTube. The day I'm going to teach on TikTok is TikTok. The day I'm going to teach on Facebook is Facebook. So look at it. Look at this method. If you know that this method is good for you, go ahead and use it. What you're going to observe on this 2-strand method is that when we started it, because we started with the natural hair to be the 2nd strand, you're going to see the natural hair only 2 ways here. Then the remaining one, we start using the extensions to cover the natural hair. Look at it here now. So this is the 5th one. I'm going to do the 6th method now. Let's be rushing because we have a lot to do today. Let's just be quick because tomorrow is Sunday. Do I have to split this hair into 2 or 1, 2, 1? Okay, now I'm going to take it like 1. Let's take a little bit off. Let's take a little bit off here. Then I'll do it 1. Okay, so now the last method I'm going to do on the natural and traditional method is the one that we have to. This method is the one that people find very difficult. It's not as if it's just difficult, it's just that people just think that, oh, how am I going to get this, because it's not secure to the root. And at the end of the day, when you're doing that, if you're the type that is just learning, you find it very difficult. If you do it on somebody's head now, they will start feeling pain, like, oh, you're holding it too tight. Please learn with a training head. So now I'm going to show you how to do this method. There are different ways to do this method. If you find my videos, I've sent a lot of videos. So if you want to watch and do it at your convenient time, please click on my page. The videos are there. Loads of videos that will help you when you're doing it at your convenient time. Loads of it. So now let's go ahead. We're going to split this hair into two. This is the natural and traditional method. We group it in three, right? This is the most used method. And this is the method that most people want to learn. And if you put your eyes into it when I'm doing it, just watch my hand straight away, you're going to get it. Split your hair into ratio 2:1, as I just explained. When it's like this, you take the smaller part of it and cross it. When you cross it, the hair is going to look like this, and they are equal. When you join the two smaller ones together, then you put it's going to equate this. It will make your braid look more even. So from today, any braids you're doing, please always split your hair this way. That is number one helping. It will help your braids to look more even. So now let's go straight to the point. Now, when most people are installing this hair, what they do is that I don't want to be complicating issue. Let me just use one method I'm using to teach, because if I want to do it, except maybe when somebody say, okay, I'm joining your class, show me different styles, but we're not going to be doing, let's go straight. I'm used to holding my extensions on one hand, right? I just go ahead and do it this way and quickly install this extension. If you want to learn that method, oh, I want to know how to hold this extension on one hand, then you hold it on one hand, do it, and just quickly install the hair very fast. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Now, if you want to hold your extension on one hand, after crossing the extension, you're going to do this way. This is my fingers. This is my thumb. That is the index finger. This is the middle finger. This is the ring finger, and this is the pinky or little finger. Please, let's keep tapping. Oh, tap and share the video for 20 people. Let your hands be on top of it. Share the video, like the video. Yo, thank you so much, and God bless you for doing that. So now I'm going to hold this one with my thumb and index finger on my right hand, thumb and index finger on my left hand. Bring this one that you're seeing. Please, if you want to learn and you're a hairdresser here, or people that have salon that wants to learn how to do hair, please go ahead and quickly put your eyes on this so that you can be able to install your hair very fast. So now you hold this. By the time you take this, take your 3 supporting finger, put it here. If you get it once, it's going to be easy. It's very easy to do this. My explanation is more than what we are doing. If I'm to do it, it's just quickly. It's not up to 1 second even. But the explanation is more than 1 minute. But because we're teaching, let's take it that way. Hold this one with your thumb and index finger. Place this one, the other strand of it, put it there and hold it this way. When you hold it this way, make sure that the hair is not wobbling. Look at it, it's firm, the way I'm holding it. Look at me. So the only hand that will be moving at this point is my right hand. This is my right hand. You're going to go straight ahead. Take my right hand now. Take this one, middle finger, place it this way. Turn your right hand. When you turn your right hand this way, bring your index finger of your right hand, bring it into this place. When you bring it this place, you have started holding, you are holding the extension on one hand. It's very simple. Practice it once and you get it. It's simple. It's very, very simple. So now, look at my thumb and my index finger is here. So if I want to install this hair now, let's go ahead and install this hair. I'm going to have already brushed this hair nicely. You're going to watch my hand straight in. This is the method that most people think, oh, it's difficult, I cannot do it. Please be watching my hand the way I'm doing it. So I will take this one I'm holding extension on. Hold it this way. Use your thumb and index finger to hold it. Take your left hand. This is my left hand. Let me put it so that you can see what I'm doing. Split this hair because we need to split our natural hair into 3. First of all, take this first one. Split this first one. Look at it with your left hand. Split it a little bit. When you split this one with your left hand a bit, grab this extension that is lying on my index finger. Bring it closer. Look at it. When you bring it closer, take your index finger on your left hand. Put it in between natural hair and the expression, look at it, to come out like that. Then you release your hand. This is the point whereby most people have problem to secure the root. When you release your hand, now go straight. Now grab this hair, look at it, look at it. When you grab it, take your index finger now, put it in between there. Then you now start braiding. Not too tight but secured. You pin it down in a way that is secured but not too tight. When you do it this way, what are you going to do next? I'm going to flip my hands. The other hair we're doing, we're not flipping. Now you flip your hands. See me flipping my hands. When you flip your hands this way, it's going to look this way. Then you start braiding. At this point, what you're going to do is that, because now is a natural and traditional method, all the extensions automatically have the natural hair by splitting it into 3. Then if you're braiding now, make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Place it in a position whereby it's covering. When it's there, you're not going to have problem again. You just, when you're braiding your hair, it's just going to be pushing it to the side, and you're not going to be seeing it on top of your braid. Look at it. You go ahead and start braiding. I hope everybody can understand what I'm doing. You go ahead and start braiding your hair. Go ahead and start braiding, braid until you finish up this braid. So now, if you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to the live. Beautiful. Thank you so much. If you have not followed the account yet, my dear, what are you waiting for now? Follow the account so that by the time I come on live, you're going to get notification. Grace is live, oh, she is live, oh. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook will just notify you because you follow the account. This person is live. You just go straight ahead and say, okay, let me come and learn these skills because it's going to be so helpful. You don't know that skills can be so helpful. Like me now, when I was having my kids, then I just stay at home, JJ, and be doing my things, you know, no hassle. I just do that. But at the end of the day, if you're on maternity leave and you want to learn something, this is an opportunity. Now, this is it. It's installed and beautiful. Can you see it? Now, the reason why I told you, if you're here, if you've been here in the class, I told you that when you're doing this rubber band method and no crochet, no rubber band, look at it. The one we did without crochet and rubber band, the method we use in doing it. When you watch this method and this natural and traditional method, they most look similar. Can you see these two methods? So if you find it very difficult to use the root, you can as well go and use this method, though. It's going to look more beautiful as well. So that is the reason why I'm showing you different methods that you can use in installing the hair. This is the number 6. We've done 6 so far. Have it in mind and hold it on to. If you have any question for number 1 or you want any repeat, just hold it until we finish the 9 method. If we finish, you can start asking me questions. Yes, skills pays the bill. Thank you so much, my love. Yes, we see. Somebody is saying on YouTube that skills pays the bill. Yes, and it's true. It does. So skills are very, very important. Very, very, very important. Even if you're not here to do business with it, it's going to save you some money. By the time you put your child down, you say, sit down, let me use my skill and do your hair. You know how much I'm been saving every month? I have 4 girls and I'm saving money. Because if I take those high school girls to go to do their hair, it's about 120, 150. Where will I get 600 to be paying? Well, when I know how to do it, sit down. What about braiding your own hair? Yes, it's the same thing now. Braiding your whole hair is the same thing. The technique you're using, what is it? All you need about braiding your hair is mirror. Very soon I'm going to start doing that in a way that you will see. There's one of my videos where I braided my hair fully. I sent the video in. It's just that when you learn how to do this on the mannequin, you know how to do it. The skill is with you. Then when you want to start doing your hair, you see that, place a mirror in your front and you want one at the back, the way it's positioned. Then you start doing it. I came late, but I am running. So next time, okay, no problem, no problems for that. So now let's go ahead. Let's do the knotless braid. We're going to do knotless braid now. When I show you knotless braid, then I'm going to show you 5 different methods, because I'm not taking it too long now. 5 different methods of how you can end your braid in case you're doing your braid. How do your edge being destroyed? How do your edges being destroyed? Yes, your edges is being destroyed when you do your hair and you start pulling your hair too much. Those ones are my theory. Those are the theory aspect of it. Avoid pulling your hair. When you do your braids, avoid pulling your hair up. If you know that you don't even have good edges, if you do your braids and you want to pull your hair up, make sure you just simply reduce the tension of the one you're pulling in front. Because if you keep pulling this hair up, you're going to lose your hair in front. So to avoid that, make sure you don't give it too much hard tension. If you're pulling it up, you pull it up, then you drag the ones in front a little bit to soften it up, so that, can I come and get my hair done from you as I want braids done, please? Ooh, where do you live? Because I live in Manchester, United Kingdom. So now let's go ahead. If you know you live in the UK and you can access, send me a message on my bio. What's her name again? Navdik is your name. If you know you live in UK and you can access and it's not too far for you, just send me message. We'll communicate from there. So now let's go ahead and do this knotless braid. If you're here, I'm going to show you 3 methods that you use in installing your knotless braid and the difference between braid and knotless braid. Let's go ahead and do. I like your hair. It's a wig, please. It's a wig now. Oh, finish. What's wrong with this? Due to poor wireless connection, your broadcast. Please, stop. Okay, now let's section this hair. I'm going to section this hair, then we'll start doing our practicals. Always have your clips. When you're learning, when you're buying your things to learn, please buy your clips. You need a clip. You need your clips to be able to hold the hair that you're not working with. So the ones that you're working with, you'll be able to manage them. Okay, now let's go ahead and start taking this. Let's take it from the front here. Don't worry. Let's take the first one. The first one, we're doing the knotless braid from the first one. So what is the difference between the knotless braid? I sent a video to explain. Knotless braid is a braid. All they are called braids. It's just the name that is differs. And that difference is that you're going, if it's a knotless braid, now we're starting the braids with the extension on the roots. You're going to be seeing the knots like you're seeing. But knotless braid, you're going to start this hair. You're going to start this hair. Please, how can I get same? What is same? Please go ahead. I didn't understand same. Is it the mannequin training head? If you want a mannequin training head, go to TikTok shop. They have it. You can order from TikTok shop. Different types is here. So now that I've combed the hair, let me reduce this one a bit. Not too much. We don't need too much on it. So now it's a different game now. Now this is knotless braid we're going to do. Just pay attention. Let me show you how you can go into this knotless braid. Now we have our, that is why I brought this chair here, so that we can be able to see it. I hope this is visible enough. Let's bring this one down a little bit. Let's bring this thing down a little bit so that you can see how we are going to do it. So if I sent a video on knotless braid, I've sent and I compiled I'm going to send that video, 4 different methods that you can use. I've compiled it on one video. It's about 4 minutes plus. I'm going to post it. So if you want to be convenient and do it and try it, go ahead and watch the video at your convenience. Then you can practice this when it's time. Now that you're seeing me do it, is good because you see me do it. This is not too difficult to do. Look at, she's just doing it. You'll be happy and have more confidence to do it while you're watching me do it. But then when you're your own, don't be afraid. Check the videos and say, okay, this is how she did it and this is how she did it. This is the extension we are going to be using. Now, we've been using a medium extension like this to put up our braid. And this is the medium extension I'm still going to use for knotless. But the difference is that I'm not going to install. Thank you so much, Queen Ayo. God bless you. Let's go ahead. Let's move this like to 20K like, please. Tap, put your hands on the phone. It's going to move it up to 20K like. Thank you so much and God bless you for that. So now we are going to section this hair. Look at the size. If you want your knotless braid to be more bigger than this, you're going to take your extension more bigger than this. But then if you want it smaller, you're going to take your extension smaller. If you want it half, you start with half. But this is the size I'm going to use. And with this size I'm going to use, look at the way you're going to section it. You take it this way. Now, take this first one, section it, put it on the rack. You start with the first one. Take the second one. It depends on you. Most people will just section it into 3 or 4. Let me just section it into 5 to make it quicker for us. Make it quicker. Let's section it into 5, not to waste our time. I'll show you 3 different methods, but then I'm posting a video for 4 different methods. Why did I post a video for 4 different methods? There's one method, 2 methods I'm going to show you here that is add together to do 1, but I'm not going to show you online here. It could have make it 4, but I've sent the video. I will tell you the reason why. So now, if you're sectioning your hair, you go ahead and when you want to do your knotless, section your hair this way. Look at it. If you have a rack, section it on a rack. If you don't have a rack or you have a dining chair, this is one of my dining chair, just go ahead and minimize your cost. Do it on this like this. It's okay. It's okay. Or if you know somebody that is doing the hair that is capable of giving you the extension, he can be giving you the extension. Just tell the person the size. So now let's go ahead and install our knotless braid. So now this hair is being combed. The difference between braids and knotless braid is that knotless braid, you start the extension with this from the root, and at the end of the day you get knots from the root. But not for the braids, but the knotless braid, you start with your natural hair to make it seamless. So now let's go ahead and do it. So now that you have sectioned your hair this way, at this point, if you're the type that want to use your shining jam, it's up to you. You go ahead and do it. But when I'm training, I don't use it, so that your hands will get used to training. Then when you want to do it, add your shining jam. It will make it look more beautiful. So now you're going to split this hair into 3. Look at it. Split your normal natural hair into 3. When you split it into 3 equal parts, what are you going to do? Start your normal braiding. This is knotless. For most people that want knotless, you go ahead and split your hair into 3. Start your normal braiding. When you braid it up to this point, the first method I'm going to show you is the one that you're holding your extension like this. Look at it. When you hold your extension in the middle, let me show you. Hold the extension in the middle like this. Put it in your index finger like this. When you put the middle in your index finger, like let's say the middle is there, put it in your index finger like this. The next step you're going to do, take your thumb, do this. When you use your thumb to do this, it's going to make it more firm like this. Then you bring it in between your thumb and your index finger on your left hand. Watch it. Place it this way. Grab it this way. Then you go ahead and install the first one. You grab the second one again. Put it here in the like in your thumb like this. Go ahead and do this. Make it firm like this. When you make it firm, place it again. Use your hand to grab it. You braid it down. Take the next one. I section my hair into 5. It depends on you. If the hair is more bigger, you want it into 6, absolutely okay. Go ahead, put it in between your hand. Do it again. Then the 5th one, let me take the 5th one. So with this method, I'm finishing all this hair with this method. Then you do it again, add it. Then the next 5th one, take it. Put it like this. For those that find it very difficult to hold it, place it in your index finger like this. Then you take your thumb, put your thumb here and do this. Place it in your index finger like this. Take your thumb, this is my thumb. Place it here, right here. Then you just make it, hold it with other hands and just give it that kind of push that will make it more secure like this. Then you place it there. Then you braid it down. So now at this point, you're going to flip your hands. When you flip your hands, make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Then you start braiding up this hair. Can you see it? Then you go ahead and start braiding. Let me braid this hair very fast. Then we'll show you the result. If you know this method, does each piece must be bigger than yes, the first piece, the first 3 pieces should be almost the same size, smaller. The first piece, we are going to do it again. The first piece should be smaller. The second piece should be small. Then the third piece again smaller because you're building your extension up. Then the 4th piece should be a little bit slightly. That is the reason why I showed you, first of all, to be on a secured place. If you're doing it for the first time, take an extension that you know that you want to be. And the way I picked it up, then I'll now split it. Let's go ahead and finish this braid. If you're joining me for the first time and you've not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account so I can get notification when we are live. Let me finish. When we are live, it's going to notify you, or you press on your notification bell. It's going to say, oh, Grace is alive now. Come and watch skill and come and learn more. That is what it's going to do. If you have not followed the account, follow. But if you have not subscribed, my dear, please subscribe to my account, my YouTube members. I love you people. Subscribe. Oh, when I help your sister. Help your sister by subscribing. Thank you so much and God bless you all. Follow, subscribe. Follow, subscribe. It will help us. Thank you so much and God bless you. I really appreciate everyone joining this live. I know you're learning something and you're going to learn. I'm giving you that. Let me give you Let me give you 90% of me, then I keep 10% of you. If you don't learn with my 90% and you think your 10% will not help, please learn. That 10% is probably, but my 90% I give you that you will learn. Okay, now this is the first method for your knotless braid. Can you see it? You see it? You see how seamless it is from the roots? You can pull it. That's why most people like knotless braid. They say, oh, they can pull this hair anywhere. It's not going to be holding their scalp. It's seamless. Look at it going through. Then it starts from your normal braids. You start adding up extension gradually. See the difference. Now with this braid we did, we started from the roots and braided, but this one, you started with the natural hair, you start adding up extension to it, and that is it. This is one method though. This is the first method I'm showing you by doing this. Let's go ahead and do the second method. I'm going to show you 3 methods here. This first method and the second method put together is the fourth method. Ma, learn more from you than what I learned here at school. Yeah. Yes, and make sure that I explain everything for you to learn. Yes, you will going to learn it very well. If you go ahead, watch the videos. I make the videos very close when I put the camera on. When you're practicing, click on my page. You see the videos. I'll put a lot of videos there. Watch them when you're convenient to do your practice. Immediately you practice 1 or 2 times, it will get into your hands. Because the more you practice, the better you become. You have to practice, and it's very good. And you'll be happy at the end of the day. When you practice, you find yourself doing this hair. You say, oh my God, I don't know that this thing is simple like this. Thank you so much. God bless. God bless you. You're already answering God bless, so you're getting double. God bless is double. So now her name is God bless, and now I'm saying God bless. She's getting double portion. Good afternoon, Queen. Thank you so much, my love. Your video are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you so much. Yeah, they are very clear and well explanatory, so that you can just go into it and start braiding. Start braiding. Very, very important. So now we are going to do the next method for the knotless. I'm showing you 3. Most people, that the way I did my hand now, they'll say, oh my God, I cannot hold it. That is why I'm showing you a simple way to just get into it. Now that is the first method. Then let's go ahead and do the next method again. So watch me. It's the same way of splitting your extension, but then different way of inserting, adding up the extension. It will give you the same result, but it's up to you to know which of the method is okay for you and preferable. So let's go ahead and grab our extension. Which one the extension is falling on the floor now? Don't fall now. Don't scatter the extension. Let me go ahead and brush this extension. Always make sure your another thing is that when you're doing hair, make sure that your extensions are well brushed. Because I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. If your extensions are nicely brushed and nice, that's another plus for you when you're doing braids. Don't just take the extension because it's scattered. When you're seeing I know that when you pull up your extension, we used to have all these small things. Most people, they use the scissors, you cut it, but when you dip it in hot water, it's just going to go flat. So don't worry, I'll show you. If we still have time, I'm going to show you 5 good methods of how we can dip our hair, end up our braids. Because now I'm teaching you how to install. When you start it, how are you going to end the braids? We'll do that part of it this night so that you can be able to understand. Now let's grab our hair. The size I'm using for my knotless braid is this. To be on the safer side, if you want to do it, grab extension that you know that is the size, because this extension I've been picking is my medium size of hair that I've been doing since on the normal braid. So I picked the same size for my knotless. So now let's go ahead and see section it. I'll show you the way you can section it. Now I did section the other one into 5. So you now go ahead and start from the smaller part. Look at it. Section the first one, put it this way. Take the next one, another small part, put it this way. Then the other one you're going to be coming with, like step by step, put it this way. Then I'm going to section this one into 2. It's up to you. You can section this hair into 3 if you want it to be faster. If you know that you have met your required size of a braid, you can stop. Most people, when they are doing hair, the clients, they are so helpful to be giving you extension. When you start braiding as a braider, when you get to that point whereby the size is good enough for you, stop collecting extension so that the hair will not be too big. Oh no, look at it. Now when you take that extension, section it. I've sectioned this my own into 5. When I did my practical, I did 6 or 7. It depends on how you want to section it. If you want to put it into 3, it's up to you. But the best thing is that at least 5 to 6 sections like this is okay, so that you can be able to get that step-by-step build up. Okay, now let's go ahead and install this hair. So this is the hair. Knotless braid, you start with your natural hair. That is the difference. And makes it seamless. Look at this one, and you're not going to get in that knot underneath. It's not as if both of the braid is not good. If you want your hair to be fuller on the root, braid is okay. If you just want your hair to not to be too light on the root, do your knotless braid. And if you know that your hair is a bit thin and you want to do knotless braid, and you have that thin hair that is not voluminous, no full, add a little extension when you're starting your knotless braid. But then if you know that the hair is thick like this and it's okay, you don't have to add anything. So now let's go ahead and start. You split your natural hair into 3 equal parts. When you split it into 3 equal parts, watch me as I do this method. This method, the first one I did, you see the way I hold the extension. Now this method we're going to do, we're going to flip our hand now immediately. Now I've braided this hair, I'm going to flip my hand this way. Hey, this thing should help me to be able to do this. So when you flip your hand this way, you take the first one, you go in like this. Wait, let me try this way, because this thing is giving me. Let's do this way. Okay, now take the first extension, put it this way. When you put it, see, this one is giving me headache the way I'm turning now. Let me go ahead and do it again. So I want to, when I flip my hands, I'm going to, let's go ahead and do this. Normally I'm not putting the extension now. I'm going to flip my hands in a way that I'll start adding up the extensions. Let's do it this way. It's okay. Okay, now take this one extension now, place it this way. Okay, this way. Place it. The thing is doing me somehow now. You place it this way. I'm not going to get it this way. Go ahead. Okay, now bring it this way. Yeah. Now this way. Place it this way. Place it this way. You're going to do this. The mannequin gun is not standing very well. Okay, I got it now. Then you take it like that. Now it's 3 now. Take it this way. It's well explained on the video. Place it, put it this way. You place it this way. Take it this way. Look at it. Place it this way. You go ahead and take it. Take the next one. Place it this way. You place it this way. My positioning is really giving me problem though. Take the next one and place it this way. See where you're going to be placing it, in between this one. Put this one this side and place it this way. You take this other one, take it and place it this way. My positioning is giving me headache, but then no problems. So I hope everybody is seeing what I'm doing. Grace, that one is so easy. This one is so easy. Okay, which one is so, you like this one? Which one do you prefer? This one is easier, but my positioning now is giving me very, very easy to do this one. This is one. So this method, you start this method. Normally, most of this method, you do this first method I use, you can use it on both. It will become number 4. Do you understand? So let me go ahead and braid. But when you're braiding, make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Those videos I've sent it, and I'm going to send a 4-minute video that comprises all the 4. Yes, 4-minute video that comprises all the 4. So you see the way I'm positioned is giving me this camera with where your position is giving me now a headache to be able to do that stuff now. Let me quickly braid this one, then we can see it. Then I'll show you another method. So then the 4th method would have been this one that I did this way, halfway, then you now continue with this method. But then I separated everything on the video, then you understand it. I'm going to send the 4 minutes. The second one is easy because I braid. Yes, this second one is easy. This second one is easy. Can you see it? This is the first one. The second one is easy. Then the third one I'm going to do now. Amazing Grace. Can you see it? This is the second one. This is the first one, like that, like that. Then this is the second one. Then let me do the third one. And the fourth one is the combination of these two. Normally, when you start with this one, do about 3, then you switch your hand and start doing the remaining one with this one. Can everybody see it? Now, when I finish the 3, you now tell me your preferred. You tell me the one you prefer. Look at it. They are all knotless braid. Let's do the last one. If you know how to do banana corn roll and you know how to do a Ghana weave, that is the last method. Somebody, I think is a prophetic wings. If she's here, she's the one that sent me a video that, oh, this is how they do it in America, and she loved that method. Can't see. Oh, can't see, sis. Oh my God. Is my body covering it? Oh my God. So no problem. Let's move it closer. You see the positioning sometimes when you're doing hair, when you're standing on the camera, the position is sometimes your face. That is why when I'm doing it, when I do the videos, when you sit down, you put the camera straight to the video. But we'll try, we keep going. Because sometimes when I want the camera to be facing you so that you can see it, and I cannot turn it, my positioning is going to be somehow, but we'll try. Let's keep going. So now the last one we are going to do, which is the number 3 method. The number 4 method is the combination of these two. This first one and the second one is the number 4 method combination. But then I'm going to send, if I don't, maybe tomorrow I'm going to send a 4 minute and some seconds video that comprises all the knotless braid method. The number 4 is the combination of these two, and 1, 2, 3. That's 4. So just try it. Anyone that you think is okay for you and it's easy, go ahead and use them. This next one we are going to do, this is the extension. If this one is too big, let's go ahead and reduce it. Let's go ahead. Now we are going to split it. For those that are just coming, you're welcome. This is the third knotless braid we're doing. Then at the end of the day, when I finish, it's very neat. Thank you so much, my love. God bless you. Yes. So now this is the size I choose. I don't know if it's too small. I don't want it to be too small, not too big. So now this is the extension. If you're starting for the first time, he said, just Jackie, share the video. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Now, if you're just starting for the first time and you want to make it easier for you, please go ahead and take the extension you're using for your knotless braid. Know the size. So when you know the size, you now split that size into 5 or 6 parts, so it will be easier for them to be uniform sized, like taking it on their own. So now I'm going to split this hair. If you're joining me for the first time and you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow. I used to come live and show us 9 different methods. 9 because 3 methods from the rubber band method, which is friendly beginners, then 3 other methods from the natural and traditional method, then 3 other methods from the crochet and knotless braid method. So now that we'll section this hair into this, let's go ahead and section this one into 2. I'll make it 5. If you want to make yours 6, that is absolutely okay. Look at it. When you grab the hair, section your hair this way. Section it this way. When you section it this way, it's going to help you now as a beginner. But if you have somebody that can give you exactly this size when you're doing it, it's okay. So now let's go ahead and do this one. Just watch me. Now, when you're doing knotless braid, you start with your natural hair. This is the natural hair. You start with your natural hair, right? Then let's go ahead. Let me position this so that I can be able to pick my extension. See, it's for me to let you see this now. I need to start the other way around, but let's go ahead. You'll not be seeing me, just be watching the hair. Just be watching my hands anyway. So now split this hair into 3 equal parts. Split it into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. For those of us joining, you start your normal braiding. Yeah, split it into 3 equal parts. Then you go ahead and start your normal braids. When you start your normal braids like this, the next step you're going to do, instead of putting it like this, you're going to be taking it. You are taking the first one. Look at the first one. First one is going on top. You see, if you know how to do Ghana weave, that's the method they use in doing this one. Then you go ahead and take it from the middle, place it on above, and start taking it. You see the way I'm doing it? Even with this now, for those that wants to learn how to do Ghana weave, if you know you can do this one with like this method, you already have success to Ghana with, then you learn how to braid and start adding up your extensions. Oh, that one is falling down. Don't follow. Let me grab it. This one is stopping. So you place it on top. This one I know. This is the one I know. Yeah, I like this one. Okay, most people like this one. Most people like this one. That's why it's 3 methods. This thing is so confusing to most people. They say, oh, they did it this way. When I was doing my daughter's hair online, I was using the other 4th method, which is the combination of these two. Then Prophetic Queen said, oh no, it's not this type I'm talking about. There's a way they do it. She was trying to explain to me. I was like, which method is that? Which method is that? She now sent me a video. When I watched it, I said, oh, this is the method they use in doing banana cornrows or Ghana weave. That's the method of this. So it depends on which one you want. The other number 4 method, I can still try it or send in the video so I can know it. So that one is combination of both of this. That is what you get the other methods. So these are just the method. If there's any other method for now, I wouldn't tell, but these are just the simplest method to do your knotless braid. If you're just watching me for the first time and you've not followed the account, go ahead and do that, because you're going to get notification while I'm live. Then you're going to come and learn skills and every other thing to get into your braiding. So let me go ahead and braid this hair. When I braid this hair, let me stand in the position. Sometimes when I'm standing at that point, it's not making me see. Yeah, so TikTok. Okay, let's go ahead. So now this is it. Can you see the 3rd method? Look at it. So we have done 3 methods now. They will give you the same result. Seamless look, easy to control, painless, but then it depends on which of the method gets into your hand easily. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Beautiful. God bless you. Thank you so much. So now these are the one. So the next one I wanted to do for you, which is the 4th one, is the combination of the two. So if you know how to take this one, start it, then switch. Okay, let me do that one. Let's just do that one to round it up before we start doing 5 different methods of dipping hair into hot water. I'll show you 5. It's very neat. Thank you. I'll show you 5 different ways that you can use in finishing the tips of your braids. 5 different methods. We'll do it quickly and we'll call the class a close today. Or if you have any question, let me go ahead. If you have any question on the braids, let me do this one more. Let's do this one more. If you not have any question on the braiding, tell me which number. This one is making it number 10 now. Well, this one is adding up to it. I love the braids. Yes, no problem. Thank you so much. Lovely girl. God bless you for that. So let's go ahead and comb this. Okay, now we've combed this right now. So I'm going to pick up one. Let's do one more. That one more is the combination of these 2 methods, these 2 techniques. This one and this one, we'll combine it together. Then we'll start go ahead and do it. So now, if you're joining for the first time and you didn't meet us do this 3 method of knotless, don't worry, you have not missed out. The videos are there to watch. If you're doing it at your convenience, follow my page, go ahead of the day where you see the picture, click on the picture. It's going to take you to the page where I have all my videos. Then you see all those videos popping up there. Go ahead and watch it and practice. Before you know it, you get it. You absolutely get it, because if you've watched me do it live, it's going to be easier for you to do it. So now you've picked the extension, which is the medium extension we're using. Pick your extension. We're going to split the extension into 5. I've been using 5 online. It's up to you. You can decide to split it more than 5. It's okay. But this is the size we're using. First of all, pick your extension and you know the size. Then you now split it. Split it into 5. Start from the smaller bits. I'm going to show you. Start from the smaller bits. Start splitting it up. Can you imagine? I know, it's going to more explanatory the way I'm doing it. So it's easier for you to just get into it. You split this one into 2. Let's make it 5. Don't worry. Let's make it 5. Let's just make it 5. Look at it. You got your extension. You start taking it. This is knotless braid. Take it small from the beginning, small. If you can add a little bit up, 5 is okay. But if you want your braids bigger, first of all, grab your extension that you want, the size that you want to do. Then you now split it into this. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this one. This one is a combination. This last one I'm going to do. Me too, so much easier and so neat. Yeah, this method can be applied to cornrow. Yeah, that is what I mean. The method can be applied to cornrow. If you're doing banana cornrows or Ghana weave, auntie braid so neatly. Thank you so much. Adesia Camela, thank you so much for that. God bless you. I'm watching from Eswantine. I wish to know to do the braiding. It's been a whole year, but still, don't worry. Follow this life. Be coming up to the line. You are going to get it. What's her name again? Come by Dimini. You're going to get it. Don't worry. The more you practice, go and get a mannequin training head. It's going to help you. So this is Knotless. So now let's start this one. I hope these extensions are, yeah. Now let's start this one. You're going to start with your natural hair when you're doing Knotless. Where you're located? A lovely girl. I'm in Manchester, United Kingdom. I want to learn in person. Where are you? Lovely girl, where are you? Send me a DM. Let's know where you are. If you're in the UK, that's fine. Let me know where you are. Send me a DM, lovely girl, US. Oh my God. Okay, that means you have to join the class then. It's still an online class, but then I'm going to be paying more attention to your work rather than coming online here, because the online is a group something I'm teaching generally. So don't worry, send me a message on my bio. If you're US, then we'll work it out, we'll work something out. So now let's go ahead, split this hair into 3. When you split it into 3, then you start your normal braids. That is Knotless braid. If you're just joining, start your normal braids from the root, then grab the first one. This is a combination of the first technique and the second technique. Look at this extension. Put it in your index finger. Put it in your index finger like this. For those that find it very difficult to do that, put it in your index finger like this. Take your thumb. This is your thumb. Do this. Do this. When you do this, you use your supporting finger to hold it. Look at my hand now. When you hold it, go right where the hair is after braiding. Place it in between your thumb and index finger. Place this one in between the thumb and index finger. You do this way. Then you grab the first braids extension. Then you come again, take the next one. The next one, put it here in your thumb, in your index finger. When you put it in your index finger, do this. Take your thumb and separate it like this. Come in between your thumb and index finger. Place that hair there. Do this way and braid the next one. So I'm combining 2 methods together to make it number 4. Then you take the third one again. Do the same thing. For those that find it very difficult to do this extension, place it on your index finger. This is my index finger. When you put it on your index finger, see my thumb here. See my thumb. Put that thumb in between like this on the extension. Then you go ahead and make it secure like this and firm. Then you don't grab it like that. Place it in between your thumb and index finger. I told you that thumb and index finger play vital role when you're doing hair. Now at the end of the day, we've placed, what a good job. Thank you so much. We've placed 3 hair inside this now. What are we going to do now? Because we are combining 2 methods. Go ahead and do this. When you do this one now, bring it to this point. When you bring it to this point, you're going to bring it to this point. Look at it. When you bring it to this point, take this one, put it here. Give only the gap of this one in the middle. Then you now take the other hair. We're using 2 methods together. Take it like that. Place that one in between this and this. Look at it. Put it here. Then you do this. Go ahead and braid. We're combining 2 of the methods together. So now you're going to do this again. Bring it this way. Take the next extension. Come in the middle like this. Place it there, right there. Look at it. Place it there. Then you do the same thing. That is just it. Then you secure the extension. Start braiding. Make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Extensions covering the natural hair. Then you keep braiding. This one is 2 combined methods. 2 combined method. That makes it the number 4. I've done number 3 with. So I did a video 4 minutes. I'm going to send that video. That is 4 minutes. How to install this knotless braid in different ways. So the first one is just the method on its own. This one is a combined method. We started with the hand like this, then we flip our hands to this. So now let's go ahead and braid this hair. I'm going to go ahead and braid this hair, but make sure that your extensions are covering. Put your extension are covering the natural hair. Then you go ahead and braid the hair. until you finish braiding. Normally, I don't even finish the braiding online because it's going to be taking much of our time. But let's go ahead and do this. Thank you so much. If you have not followed the account, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my account or YouTube. My blessed people, subscribe. Oh, thank you so much. And help your sister to grow. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow. Thank you. You're going to get notifications when I'm live. And if you have not followed me on all my platforms, it's GraceLawendhair tutorial. When you type GraceLawendhair tutorial on YouTube, you're going to see the 2 hours video. If you know you're late here and you want to watch all the video, follow me on my Facebook, on my YouTube. GraceLawen tutorial. You're going to see the 2 hours video. I'll put it in public. This live, I'll put it out in public. Okay, now this is the result of this one we just did. This one is the combination of the 2 methods. This first method and the second method combined to make this number 4 method. Okay, that is the knotless braid. So we've done 10 of the braids so far. Now I'm going to throw question. Which of the method do you want me to repeat, or do we go straight ahead to start putting hair in the hot water? Because I want to show you 5 different methods you can use it. I miss first and second. Okay, first and second is the rubber band method. Do you want us to do the rubber band method, or you want to join the class next time to watch that? Or you want me to repeat it? We are waiting for the hot water. Okay, now, you know what? Let's go ahead and do, you say I miss first and second. Lovely girl, let me go ahead and do only second for you. I'll do one more, only second, then we'll start doing our hot water now. Let's go ahead. For those that missed the first one, let's repeat only one because we're running out of time. Well, the next time, bear in mind number 2, you're going to get it. But let me repeat number 1. I'm going to do number 1 for you. Number 1 is a rubber band method with the crochet pin. Let's go ahead. I'll do number 2 for you. Number 2 is the rubber band method without the crochet pin. So let's run that through. Then we'll start showing you different method of how you can end your braids. Now I'm teaching you how to braid, but you need to know how to end the braid by putting it in hot water. Very, very important. So let's go ahead and do this. Then I'm going to show you 5 different ways you can end the tips of your braid, and you're going to be happy with it. So now we are going to comb this hair out. Always make sure the hair is combed out. Don't forget that when you're doing hair. Then split this one into 2. This is the number 2 method. I'm learning more. Pinky, you're welcome. Let's share. Continue to tap. Oh, we have not even reached 20K like. Oh my God, what are these people doing to me? Hey, oh yeah, start begin to tap for me. Thank you so much, and God bless you for doing that. So now I've split it into 2. Can everybody see it? Share the video, like the video. You don't know who you're going to help by coming to learn a skill. Yes, when you learn how to do only this braid, my dear, you'll be eating. You know that braids cost a lot. Braiding costs a lot. So when you know how to do this, put your mind into it very, very well. Start taking clients. You will come and put under the comment section, Grace, I've learned a lot and I'm making my cash. I'm learning more. That is good. So that is just it. You know how it is by getting money. This is business. So I'm coming to lay down in front of you people. Take it. Receive. Okay, now let's go. Let's move. Now you splitted the hair into 2. The next step is going to take your extension. If you have not followed the account, follow, you get notification. If you want to be looking for me all through TikTok or any platform, you're going to find me, or you'll not see me. But just follow the account. You just say, okay, this is Grace. She's online. It will just give you notification. You don't need to stress yourself. It will just come on your phone. That is how simple it is. So now we have this extension. We are going to split this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. This number 2 method is really good. Beginners friendly. Anybody can do it. You can do it on any hair you want to do. Even if it's your first time to learn how to braid, you've not braided before, go and try this method. You start braiding the same minute or the same day. So now I've split this hair into 2. Now take this one that is 2 times bigger, put it on one side. Then you go ahead, make sure you equate this one. Equate it, bring it on the same level. When you bring it on the same level, go in the middle like this, in the middle. Place the hair. Place it in the middle like this. Place it in the middle. Then now you go with your rubber band. The rubber band I'm talking about, the rubber band I'm talking about is a tiny rubber band. Don't go and buy the big rubber band. It won't work. This tiny one, they come in different colors. Any color of your choice is okay. Do you teach in person, Auntie? Adesha, where are you, please? If you want to join the class, just send me message. Send me message. Send me message. I'll get it. Mom, please teach us how to draw the mesh. Oh my God! You see now, people are happy. All these things I used to do it from the beginning. They're like, don't worry. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to teach you how to draw the mesh. It's very important. You just hold on. When we come to the class, do you normally come in the evening? Normally I come 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So no, I even have video of how you can pull the extension. It's there on the videos. But nevertheless, I'm still going to come online to teach because it's very important. Most people don't know that that part is important. It is important. They find it very common, but it's very important. It's a course on its own, how to pull your extension. So now let's go ahead and do this. So now you place the extension, the smaller part of the extension in the middle, right? When you place it in the middle, go ahead and close it. When you close it like this, you use your rubber band to hold on to it. If you're just coming, we've already done this part. I'm just repeating only this one method. We have 3 methods. There's one method there that you don't even need to use the rubber band, which is friendly beginners. So then next time, if you miss the class and you're just coming, go ahead and wait for the next live. But if not, you can go and watch the full 2 hours video. Go follow me on my Facebook, follow me on my YouTube. I'll put out the live on the public so that you can be able to watch them fully again. Then my handle there is GraceLawendhair tutorial. It's just the same name, GraceLawendhair tutorial. You find me there. So now let's go ahead. Now that you have secured the hair with the root, go ahead and split this hair into 2. This method can be so good. Even if you find out that your hair is the type that is so slippery and you think you want to install extension, even for your kids, go and use rubber band method. It will help you and secure it. No stress. Just go ahead and pull this one into 2. When you're pulling it this way, please not too tight, because the more you pull this hair, the tighter it becomes on the roots. Just make it secure, not too tight. So when you make it this way, when you make it this way, bring the extension down. Can you see? By this time, this hair is halfway braided. Then you now grab the other part of it that is 2 times bigger, take it, equate it on the same level. The reason why I always want you as a beginner to equate it on the same level is that when you're braiding, so that you can have a good equal finishing end, so that you will not start borrowing hair here and there, and your braid will not start looking somehow. Make it equal. Learn. When you know how to do it, by the time you get into it, you'll be able to know how to borrow some hair and be doing it. But for now, make it equal to make your braid look neat from the beginning. So the next step you're going to do at this point, adjust yourself. Make sure you're positioned very well. Go ahead. This is my left hand. Go ahead and hold this hair with your left hand. Look at it. This braid that you've already secured, hold it with your left hand. Thumb and index finger, these 2 hands, hold it. Let's move this closer so that we can be able to get it. So you take it like this, thumb and index finger, you hold it. Place the middle of this braid, this one, place the middle right here. When you place the middle right here, this one is a very, very simple method. Even today, if you're just learning today or you're seeing it for the first time, you can be able to braid. So you go ahead. Normally, when you're doing rubber band method, the natural hair tends to be in the middle. Don't worry, as a beginner, keep braiding, because if I ask you to section this hair now, it's going to unravel. Take this one. If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. Start with this one. If you're a left-handed person, start with this left braid. But because I'm a right-handed person, this is my right hand. I'm going to start with the right hand. From my right hand, I take this braid in, bring it in. Look at it, take it in. Use your pinky finger to support it if you want. Then grab this one in the middle, secure it. Take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right. Then when you bring it into your right, you started braiding the hair already. You see how simple it is? Simple method to braid. You started braiding, you now go ahead and start braiding. All you're going to do for me is that, because the natural hair is here in the middle, go ahead and use your extension and cover it. If you're confident at this point, if your braiding skill is confident, share the natural hair into other extension. But if you're not confident enough, don't worry. Just use your natural hair to be learning first. Use it to cover it and just go ahead and start braiding. You see what I've done? Go ahead and start braiding. So when you braid, it will cover it. You're not going to see your natural hair. But if you know that you're happy and you're secured enough, you're going to split this natural hair into other hair. But the rubber band method, because it's a beginner friendly method, don't, when you start splitting the natural hair, it's going to unravel your braid when you stop. But that is why I used to advise, say, go ahead and start braiding. Just use your extension to cover the natural hair and go ahead and start braiding. So when you finish braiding, and that is it, that is the rubber band method. Can you see it? That is the rubber band method. So we'll go ahead and finish up this braid. I'm going to show you 5 different methods of how you can end your braid. I'll plug my hot water now. Let the hot water be boiling. Let the hot water be there and be boiling. Oh, okay, now see, we are finished so far. Can you see it? How beautiful the braid is. Nobody will know you're a beginner that did this braiding. You see how nice the braids are? That is the way I want your braids to look when you follow the rules and the system. So now we are going to do 5 different ways to end up our braid. Wow, it's beautiful. Thank you so much, Osai Geros. Thank you so much. Now, when you finish up your braid, let's be quick because the time, most people wants to go to bed now, and most people, their morning time is okay. So now when you want to finish up your braid, the reason why I didn't finish the tip of this braid is because we are online, and if I keep making this braid to the end, time, we're not going to have enough time to do all these lessons you're doing. So if you're doing your own braid and you know you want your braid to be straight, you don't want it coily, finish your braids to the tips. Finish it. Let me show you. Let me use the clip to hold it. Let me show you example. Don't go because I'm leaving the tips of the braid, you come and be doing your braids half. No. If you know that your braids, you don't want to put it in a hot water like a coily one, as I'm going to show you, make sure you finish your braid. Let me finish this braid and tell you that you can finish up your braid to the end. You finish up to the braid to the end. But then if you know that you want to coil it, that is when you have the exemption to leave it, because this other part is going to be coily parts for you. Let me go ahead and finish it. Then you finish up the braid to the end of the braid. That is how you do your braid. But times will not permit us all the time to be doing it. That is why I leave it halfway. Now, if you want to finish your braid and you don't want your braids to unravel, now that I'm braiding, I'm going to use twist to end up my braid. Most people would, they just leave it like this, but me, I'll just do it. If I just want it to stay, I'll now put the end of it. I don't want to secure it. I'll just split it into 2 again like this, end the tip of my braid with a twist, a tiny twist. Let me move this thing up. I'll just go ahead and move this, finish it with a twist. Tiny, not just the end of it, so that everything will just stay put. You still dip it in hot water. So now, let me show you how to finish up your braids. Look at it. Make sure your braids is finished. Thank you for the lesson. You're welcome. Look at this braid now. This is the way you have to finish your braid. If you want it straight, and somebody came to you or your daughter is doing it, say, Mommy, I don't want my hair coily. You have to finish up your braid this way. Look at it. Make sure you finish it up. Yes. So now, these ones that are finished up, let me on the hot water. Let it be boiling while I'm talking, because we're going to start now. I have my towels and everything now to start showing you what we mean. So the first method we are going to do, let me choose the ones that are all braided so that it will be easier. All braided. So it doesn't even, now when somebody comes to you or you're doing your braids, you want to dip it in hot water. You don't want that braid, you just want it straight. This is how you're going to take it. Finish up the braid. You're going to dip the end into hot water this way, right? Let me use rubber band to be separating this one. This one have to be straight. Let's use rubber band to separate this, so that I'm using it as a lesson for you now. Because normally when you're doing somebody's hair, the complete hair have to go in hot water like this, because you're not coiling it, right? This is one. The next braid you're going to put in hot water, let's bring this one to this one. I don't want to get it confused. Let's add this one to this. The water is there boiling. Let's add this one to this one. Yeah. That's that one. So now, let's go ahead and take another set of braids. The set of braid we're going to do. Now, if somebody wants to do braid, I'm showing you, now they want the end of it to be plaited. You take this one, I'm just using this rubber band to hold it for the lesson's sake. I'm showing you 5 different methods. 5. Or if it's not even going to be more than 5, but let's do 5. So this one, watch this one. This method now, you have the hair braided and you have the tips like this. They want the tips into the hot water. You're going to put it in bundle like this. Take the hair in bundle like this, about 10 or 8 or 10. Just go ahead and do what? Take the tips like this, braid it down, make it more tighter because we're going to use it. My hair color is very light brown, but I always do very thin blonde braid. I wish to change color. Hey, you don't need to change color now. Use go ahead and use extension. Use extension. They will braid it for you. The braider will change it as much as you can. Just go ahead. It's just going to give it a kind of 2 shades color, but it's going to be nice. You can use any color. Then you go ahead. This one is one method. Look at it. This one I'm doing now is one method. If they want it very coily but just spiral coil, you go ahead and put this hair in a bundle and braid it again. That is number 2. First method is leave the hair straight. Second method is braid the hair down. Let's go ahead and do the third method. Let me pick all this hair from the top so that we can be able to see it and visible. So the next one we are going to do is the twist method. You take this one, hold it. I'm just using this as an example. This is 5 ways. It depends on which one you want. You go ahead and use it. Now the next one, yes, I use extension, but I am scared of going darker as I'm very pale. Oh, okay. Use your color now, don't worry about it. And if you start dyeing your hair now, it will give you a different look. So now this one now, you now want it twisted. You are live. Yes, I'm live. So you're going to split this one into 2. Go ahead and twist it. Let me bring it to this point. See the tips. You're going to go ahead and split it into 2. You're twisting this hair. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. Okay, yeah, 4, 4. You go ahead and twist it. Twist. That is the method of how you can end your braid. So this is the twisting method. So somebody might come, oh, I want to end my braids up. I don't know what to do. You go ahead and teach the twist. Then I will do the bending rollers. Then now do the thread method. Then we'll now make it 5 ways of how you can end your braids. So you twist this one to the down. Can you see how I'm twisting it? Twist it down. Let me stand here. You twist it. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep tapping. So that we're almost going to the end of our class. But all these things I'm doing, they are very important. For those of us that need this, most people, they don't need this part. For the beginners that need it, let's bring the life up, please. Then most people are here, they know how to do this, but they're just learning knotless braids. So they've gotten their own point. So for those of us that want our own point, let's go ahead and get bending rollers. This is bending rollers. I have a bag full of it. Look at it. With different sizes, bending rollers. So now let me pick from this one. We are going to use 2 of this one. Look at this. I'm going to show you how to use your bending rollers to do. This is number 3. Let's go ahead and take this one and this one. This one is going to be bending rollers. The other one is going to be thread method. So let's do everything in this part. Let's take this one this way. See the bending rollers. If you want to bend your hair with bending rollers, coil the tips. Look at the tips of the bending rollers. Your bending rollers is straight like this, right? What you're going to do, you do this way. Place it like this. Bend it like this. To the point where you want to bend, use your bending rollers to bend this way. Then you hold this up. The next step you're going to do, if you want the coils to be long and spiral, go this way. Like this. Make it like this. If you want it to be more straight and spiral, you do this. Then you close it this way. So when you dip it in hot water, take it out, it's going to be long and spiral. The coiling. But if you don't want the braids to be long and spiral, let me lose this one and show you. Okay, let me show you in the other part. Let's do 2 different ways. Then you tell me which one you prefer. Let's make it in 2. This one is long and spiral. Somebody will come, you want it long and spiral, you just bend it way. Look at it. 1. So the other one, you don't want it too long and spiral, you just go ahead, place it, bend your bending rollers this way. There's a iron, there's a rod inside. Place it where you want to start. Bend it this way. So when you bend it this way, if you don't want it spiral this way I did it long, you just go ahead and do this. Make it close to each other. You see? Make it close to each other. We're going to lose it. Make it close to each other. Then you now do this. You see how shorter this one is? You're going to compare the two and tell me which one you want. That is the bending rollers one. Then the thread method. This is the thread method. Thread. It depends up to you. I'm not saying you should do everything at the same time on hair. I'm just showing different method of when you choose one, let that one cover all the hair to end it up. This is the thread. You can use any of the thread. Maybe thread from the sewing thread or anything. Even if it's colored, it don't matter. You can cut it. So now let's go ahead and do the thread method. So I'm going to choose this other hair for the thread method. This one is the twisting. This one is bending rollers. Let's take this part for the thread method. So now this is the thread method. I'm going to split this hair into two. So this is your thread. Always make sure the thread is a bit long. You can use different things to do it, anything that you need, but just call it under. Take the thread now. I'm showing you different methods. For those of us that want to get into business with this one, you need to know which one. So you now go ahead. If you want to start the coils from here, that's where you start it from. You plait it. If you want to start it from the tip, they tell you they don't want the coils too long from here. You start it from the tip. Start from that tips. I'm going to do two ways for you now. So now when you tighten it up that way, take your thread, place it on top of it as if you're doing some gas, not too tight. Can you see what I'm doing? I didn't make it too tight, oh. Thank you so much for those that are tapping. Thank you so much. You deserve clap, oh. Let's clap for those that are tapping for me. Let's clap for them. Thank you and God bless you. Where are you going? So now let's bring this thread now. So now you just plait this thread in a way that when you place it on top of it, place it on top of it like this. Sometimes you just you finish when you brush the tip of the hair, make sure that there's no knot in it. Plait the tips, giving it a some gas, not too tight, not too tight. So the next step you're going to do, hold on to the hair. Look at my left hand. Use your left hand to hold onto the extension. Use your right hand to hold onto this. Then you now pull. Look at it. Pull it. You see the way it's pulled? When it's pulled like this, you now go ahead, plait it again. When you plait it again, then you now secure it. Secure it at this point. When you secure it at this point, it's going to look this way. Secure it. Then you now, when I finish now, I'm going to ask you which one you prefer the coils. So let's go ahead and snap this one. Snap the thread. This is how you're going to complete all the hair if you're using a thread method, the tips. Then let's go ahead and do the next one. Make it 2-2 so that you can be able to see what you're doing here. So you go ahead and take it from all the way from here. I've already explained. If your client doesn't want to start from the top, please go ahead and start it from the tip side. Then you go ahead and plait it. When you plait it tight here, see, have your thread. I thread with my right hand, use the left hand. See, create some gaps. The gaps you give in between, don't plait it too tight, because if you plait this hair too tight, you cannot pull it. You cannot pull it. So you just go ahead and make sure that the tips are here. You go ahead and hold it. I'm not pulling, I'm just placing the thread on top of it, giving that gaps, like some gaps. Let's move this one forward. Like some gaps. You see it? When you do it to that point, when you know that you've already exhausted and the thread and the extension is finished, you take your left hand, hold it at the tip here, and I'll use my right hand to hold it on the other tip. Pull it. Let me bring it closer. Pull it. You see, the more you're pulling it, it's coming closer. Now I think the hot water is boiled. Let me put it again to be boiling. Everything is now going into hot water. All the hair is now going into hot water. Now let me explain. We've done 5 methods here now. Look at the 5 methods we've done. Now we are using the threads to do this. This is the thread method. Plaiting it with thread as I just did. This method is the best. This one is the twist method. Twist method. That's number 2. This one is the bending rollers method. That's number 3. This one is the plaiting method. That's number 4. And this is a straight method for those that doesn't want any coils on their hair. Straight method. But then if you're doing straight method, make sure that all the hair is fully braided. Let me still braid this one down a bit. It doesn't, some people will still want the hair like this. Let me braid it a little bit down. Then we'll dip it in hot water now. Now, when you're dipping hair in hot water, please, if you're doing it for a child, make sure somebody is there to hold that child. Please don't pour hot water on somebody. Oh. Please, oh. Then you get a bowl. Like me now, I have a bowl like this. Look at my bowl. My bowl is wide. Then I'll now take all this hair. Make sure that you have 2 towels. One towel is covering your client and one is going to be using let's do this one separate. Let me do the straight one separate and put all the coils one together. All the coily ones to go first. Look at it. All the coils will go in the hot water. I know the reason why I'm not doing the straight one. I'm going to explain to you why. Because I want to pull it down so that the straightness, the hair will be straight enough. Look at it. Then you now grab your hot water. This is the hot water. We'll now pour this hot water. Pour the hot water. Pour the hot water up to the hair. So when you pour the hot water, if your client is there that you're doing it, you already covered your client with a towel. Then before you drop this hot water, look at it. Look at what I'm doing. See my towel. You have 2 towels. Cover your client with your towel, another towel. Tell the client to be stable. Don't move. Because if you move, that hot water is so dangerous. So you now go ahead, take this towel. As you're dropping the bowl, you're placing the hair underneath. Can you see it? Like that. Then you drop the bowl somewhere. Then you use your towel to catch up to the hair and start damping it. Whereas your client is having a towel covered. Please, this is a dangerous part. Don't go and do hair of £100 and go and pay millions of naira for somebody's pouring hot water. So you have to be careful. If you're doing it for a child, this stage, if you have somebody that is an adult that is there, let them hold on to that child before you put hot water on their hair. Because most people, the stem, the heat of the hair will just touch them. They'll start shaking immediately. Before you know, water will start dropping them. Please, oh, caution. And I used to talk to my clients, if I'm doing hot water, please be stable. If you find out that the stem and the heat is coming out, just blow it gradually like this, so that it will not touch the scalp of the client, for them not to pour hot water on their body. So now we've damped this one to this point. Let's go ahead. We're going to leave it at this point. Just let it be. Then I'm going to show you how to do the straight one. Because the straight one, you have to pull it immediately so that the hair will not be tangled. Then you now bring the straight one. Look at the straight one. I have my towels. Make sure you have your towels. Make sure your client is covered very well. See my extension. Why are they scattering now? Let's put this extension on this side. Everything is just scattering. So you now go ahead, grab your bow. Look at the bow. This is the straight method. See, straight method. No coils. Place it. When you place it, you now carry the hot water. Pour it to the straight one. Watch what I'm doing with the straight one. Watch what I'm doing with the straight one. So when you do the straight one, in order for this straight one to be straight, look at it the way it is, right? You now go ahead and do this. Drop the hot water. Drop it. When you drop it, you are going to pull this straight one like this. Did you see the way I held onto this hair? Because I'm not pulling my client's hair. I'm holding up to the hair where the hot water is not there. Then I use my towel to pull this hair while I'm supporting the hair with my left hand. Look at the way I'm holding this hair. Because if you don't hold it and pull the person's hair, you're drawing the person's hair from the scalp. So you now go ahead and make it straight like this. It will not make this one to be more straight. You see how straight it is and nice. That is when you're doing it straight like this. So now we are going to go ahead and take off all immediately you pour it into hot water. If you do it for a client, before you start tidying up, Just allow the hair to dry up a bit. Most people, they will say, oh, I can carry the hair home, I want it to last longer, the coils. Most people will just take it home and unravel it by themselves. But most people that doesn't know how to do it, you just, within the process of adding your hot water to the hair, gradually tidy your environment up as you're doing the hair. With that process, the hair will be drying up naturally a bit. Then when it dries up this way, you now go ahead. Where is my scissors? Scissors is here. When you're snapping the hair, don't cut it this way. Do not cut your tip of your hair this way. It's going to unravel. Don't. Make your scissors this way. Then you just snap a little bit off. Piam. A little bit, oh. I didn't say start cutting the hair. This one that we're losing now, you're going to see the result. Is a method whereby when you want to plait, you braid up the tips in bundle like this. Do all of them like that. This is the coils it's going to give to you. Let's go ahead and unravel it. When we take it off today, these are the methods. So when you're doing your braids and you need this method, I have a video, about 2 videos I've sent on this method of how to end your braid is there in the accounts there. So you still go ahead and watch them. You get it. So you gradually loosen this hair. Don't lose it in a way that the braids will start going off. You just gradually loosen the hair. Let me find my way of losing the hair. I don't want it to my coils to be, I don't want my coils to be scattering. So I just gradually lose the hair in a way that the coils will not scatter. The coils will not be going off. Just dip it there and lose it. You see, the coils is going to give you. When we finish all the coils, you now tell me which one you prefer. Well, we've done 5 different methods, putting it up on the straight, making it coily, and twisting it up. This is the first result that we're getting. This is our first result. Let's leave it. I'm going to take everything off. And this one is the straight one. This one is the one that you braided together. This is the bending rollers. And we did 2 bending rollers. The straight one, you tell me which one you prefer. This one is when you're taking your bending rollers off, start from the top like this and start moving your hair like this. Moving it backwards. We did it forwards. Then now move it backwards to remove it. When you take it up to that point, take your scissors and snap it a little bit. Take that small one off. Then take the other one off. Start from the top. From the top. Take it off this way. Take it off. Then you go this way. Bring it like this. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Then you now go ahead and snap this tip up a little bit. So that is the bending rollers. I'm going to show you everything. That is the bending rollers. 2 different methods from the bending rollers. Look at it. That's the bending rollers. Then this one is the twist. When somebody wants it twisted, you take all the tips together and twist it. If you're cutting, always cut this way. Don't cut this way. Don't cut this way. If you cut this way, it's going to be sharp. You want to loosen all the hair. You don't do that. So now you gradually lose your twist. Twist and lose it. You take all the rubber band. I'm going to snap all this rubber band out. I'll show you. Then now, this is the thread. This is the thread one. This is the thread one. If you want the thread, I'm going to show you the difference. Then you now tell me which one do you prefer and which one do you want to try. You want to try the 5 methods and find out that you can do it, or you want to choose only one of your choice. It's up to you. So now let's go ahead and remove the thread. You just go ahead, gradually remove your thread right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and see the result. Thank you so much for those tapping. Let's keep tapping. Tap, tap, tap. This is the 5 methods we've done so far. This one is the straight method. You just go ahead and leave it straight. This one is the one that we plaited together like a braid. This is the coils the braid will give you. That's the coils. This one is the bending rollers coils. We did it in 2 ways. One with the straight coils that is lengthy. The other one, look at this. These 2 are bending rollers coils. That's what it will give you. And this one is the twist. Look at the twist. Oh, look at the twist. For those that would like it twisted, let me separate it. When you're separating this, be careful when you're separating the twist. Let me take the rubber band off. Look at the twist. Look at the twist. How beautiful the twist is. So if you want to twist the hair, look at it gradually. Jason and Didi, do you know I'm live? Why are you shouting? Look at the twist. Look at the twist. Look at the twist. Oh, look at the twist. You see how beautiful the twist is. Do you want to try the twist one? That's the twist method. Then this is the thread method. This is the twist and this is the thread. This is the twist and this is the thread method. Let me still put it. Let me put the rubber band to it. I don't want it to. Let's put it. Let's differentiate it with the rubber bands. Then this is the thread method. Look at the thread. You are a good teacher. May God bless you. I decree you eat the fruit. Amen. In the name of Jesus, I receive it. Receive the fruit of your labor. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. So this is the rubber band. This is the thread method. So please tell me on the comment section which one do you prefer? Which of the coils you prefer? This is the thread method coils. This one here is the one that this is the twist method, twisting the tip. That is that one. Then this one, where is that one again? This one is the bending rollers. This two is the bending rollers. Let me differentiate it with a rubber band. Let's differentiate it with a rubber band so that we can all know it. I have the videos of all these things. I did a comprehensive videos. If you want to try them, go and watch. This one is the one we braided together like a braid. This is the coils and this is the straight one. So please share. Okay, thread and plaited. Oh, you like the thread. Most people want the thread. Let me use the rubber band to hold all these things. Let's differentiate it. Let's use rubber band to differentiate them so that it's easier for us to be able to do all these things. You see 5 different methods. Why I teach you to install, I teach you to braid, I teach you to end the tips of the braid. Yes, which is very, very important. You can't leave your braid like that now. Look at it. This is the thread method. They are beautiful. I love the twist. Yes. This is the twist method. Twisting. This is the result of the twist coils. Then this one is the result of the bending rollers. This one is the one that you braided together, put all the hair in bond like this and braid it together, and this is the straight one. So now everybody you know how to do this 5 method now to end your braids. So by the time I'm seeing your braid next time when you do your children hair, if your child said, I want the twisted one, you'll be able to make that hair look beautiful. If they don't want it, don't force them, do the straight one for them. If they want the coils, do the straight coils for them. This will come to the end of our lessons today. Thank you so much, everyone. If you're just joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you have not followed the account, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and follow the account. Let me invite us to be able to... Yeah. Who is that person now? Why is it linking together? Let's go ahead and invite most of us. Hey, whoa, they don't join my account though. Where are they coming from? Which voice am I hearing? Is it from... If I just send the message, please accept my request. Then you just tell me what you think about these lessons today. Do you prefer the daytime or the evening? There is no point because I'm still going to come the daytime. Most people don't have time to do evenings like this. They're at work. Some have time to come daytime. So it's just better we just be interchanging it that way. Some daytime, some evening. When I send you the request, take it. But if you want to request, go ahead and take it and send me a request. Let's start from good evening, everyone. For those that are joining, thank you so much for joining the account. For the YouTubers, I love you all. Thank you so much that have stayed up to this point. Thank you so much. You've been a support. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube, please go ahead, please. If you have not followed me on my TikTok, go ahead, please. If you have not followed me on my Facebook, what are you waiting for? The names are the same thing, GraceLawendhair tutorial. Go ahead and follow me on my platform because sometimes I'll be coming out in different. Thank you. I appreciate Mimi. I thank you. I appreciate very clear demonstration. Yes, very, very clear. Straight to the point. No point to go and be beating about the bush. So it's straight to the point. You just go ahead and do your thing, and that's it. Let's start with Abike Gold, please. Mommy Abike Gold, please talk to us. Is she there? Oh, she's not there.
Good evening, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. Good evening, ma. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you so much for your insightful lecturing. I must commend it. You are doing a fantastic job, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Because I've learned a lot on this platform. I even tried the knotless braids, though I know it didn't come out well, but at least I tried it.
Do you want to show us?
And I know next lesson I think I'll do better because I'm going to be practicing it before the next class.
Okay.
So that by the time I join the next class, then I would have perfected it.
Oh, lovely.
And about the finishing the tips.
Yes.
At least I learned 4 different ways because I normally use the plaited one for my kids, but I've learned 4 other ways again today. So thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your effort.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And God bless you too.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. Let's give Abike Goats these chairs. Give her. These are students, they are consistent. Oh, when she show you her work now, you'll be surprised. They have gone far. They started learning on this online and they've gone far. Now, very soon they will be taking clients. You have the most beautiful artistic, though. Okay, those glasses. Oh, these glasses, I can't read small words. That's why. If not, I can see far, but all these tiny things I can't. So that's why I'm wearing my glasses. So sorry. So now let's go to the natural. Is it the natural? Sorry, ma. Please, I can't finish all the thing, but just go ahead. This is the natural. Let's talk to us, please.
Hello, it's the natural woman.
Okay, the natural woman, because it's not showing us the full details. Thank you so much. The natural woman, my beautiful natural woman. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. I have been following you for some time now. You are amazing. You know your job, I have learned a lot from you. I don't need to do hair for people, but I normally use this thing. Wig cap. Wig cap.
Yes, you can do it on wig caps, yes.
To make some wig for myself by hair, I use a hair that is already been plaited or something like that.
Yes.
So I have the problem of putting too much hair at the back when I'm making the wig, when I want to make a wig, and it normally doesn't turn out good. So I kind of learning. I want to learn how that goes.
Yeah.
Because when you put too much hair on the back of the wig, it wouldn't look good. And also, there was some other thing I want to know.
Yeah.
Like when you put the hair, when you was fixing the hair, putting the coils,
yes.
And you put it in hot water, the color stayed.
No, the color will definitely stay. It doesn't move anything on the colors. When it dry, it comes back to the colors.
Okay, but a woman had done a hair for me before, and when I don't know how hot is there a level how hot the water has to be, because sometimes the hair change color where it went into the water. Did you ever have a experience?
No, I've never experienced that, because sometimes where are you located? Is it in Nigeria or which African country?
No, I'm not in Africa. I'm in Europe, and I'm in the Netherlands.
Okay, that's fine. And another thing is that it depends on who did the extension. Most of the extensions, people just do it. When you see some of the extensions, they are not real. Some of them, when you just put water in the coloring, they don't do it very well. Most people, I know this, I don't want to say too much online here, but you need to guess what I'm saying. Because most people, they do, maybe that extension you really bought is the artificial. I've never experienced what you just said. If anybody on the comment section have experienced pouring water on the extension and the colors are coming out, please put it on the comment section. But for me, I've been doing hair for a long time. I've never experienced that. Because maybe the extension is not the real one, or somebody just did it, they colored it, and at the end of the day, when you're pouring water, it's going to... No, the hotter the water, the better it will become on the hair. It will just make, except the extension is not well done, it will just make the hair core stales. There's no limit of the hot water or anything. No. So when the yes, when it's boiling, you just pour it, is okay. Except the way they did that extension is not the right way, or it's not, they didn't color it very well. That is where the problem will come from. But I need to let somebody put on the comment section if they've experienced the same thing. Let's know if it's the extension, or maybe, because for me, I've never experienced that. When it's colored like this, when you just dip it in hot water, it goes, the water is still like that. Look at the water. Let me show you the proof. Look at the water we use now. It's still clear. It's just that it's cold. The water, let me open my, Let me open my page very well so that you can see it. Look at the water we used in pouring this thing. The water is still clear. It didn't change color.
Yeah.
There's no color. And we have different colors here. It's a clear water. You see?
Yeah, so maybe it depends on the quality of
the quality of the extension. Yes.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
the quality of it is not something that we'll have to be elaborating online here, because it's not even our business. It's the quality, because most people will just do something different. Some of them, I don't want to say this Europe thing, I beg. So let's leave that aside. But apart from that, there's no, the hot water when it's boiling is okay. When you just put it, as far as you make sure that you protect your hair, or you protect the person that you're pouring the hot water, don't make sure that hot water pour them. It doesn't have any effect on the hair. All it does is to make the hair coily. And you see the way this hair is coily. Another thing is that if you want to make this hair straight now, it's the hot water that will make it go back. You see this way I put this hair in hot water coily, and I want it to go straight now. Just dip it in a bowl, boil the hot water, pour it, every hair will go straight back like this. So understand that way. If you have your coils on your hair and you don't like it, you want it to go back straight, just go back, boil your hot water, pour it back on it. All the hair will go back straight. Do you understand that part now?
Okay, that's a very good tip. Yeah, I didn't know that one. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
If you have it on coils and you feel that I don't like this coils again, you want to make it straight, go back and boil your hot water, dip it in the hot water, it will go back straight like this. Very, very straight. Like me, before I take this hair up, I'm going to make it straight. I will just dip hot water, everything will come back straight. Hot water will do the same work for you. So on that part whereby you say you're doing your wig and you think that the back is more heavy, it's up to you now. You have to make the extensions at the back now. If the extensions will be the same size, but you give space. When you're doing the back of the wig, you give space. Have you not seen if instead of having like 10 or 20 at the back, give gap at the back, so that it will not have weight. Then the front parts that you want it to cover, because in case you're packing it like this, you put more on the front. But let your extensions always be the same thing. It gives you a unique and uniform professional way of doing your wig. But the back is that if you put one here, you give gap and put one here. Let the back be scanty. But the first line, in case you're packing it up, the first line have to be full. Then in the middle, just make it scanty. So that the hair in front of it, when you pour it to the back, is going to balance your hair up in case you're packing it like this. So that your back hair will not be too heavy.
It's good. Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome, ma. Thank you so much. Let's give her cheers, the natural woman, with her contribution. Thank you so much. And let's speak to Ven 20. I'm only saying Ven 20. Please go ahead, ma.
Hi, your session was really good.
Yeah.
Really learned a lot. It's my first time here, but I really learned a lot.
Oh, thank you so much.
Especially with different options for the curling.
Yes.
I only knew the rods, using the rods.
Yeah.
So I really loved it when you showed us the different options.
Exactly. So there are different options.
Yes, and I'm all the way.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I'm all the way in Jamaica. I'm all the way in Jamaica.
All right, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I'll be seeing you more often now.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you so much. That is why I decided to, I used to come 12 o'clock UK time to 2 p.m. Later, I thought about that. Some people, the time difference do not make them join in the morning. I said, okay, let me start coming. Let's just share the days in the week. Some days more 12 p.m. then some days evening, and which is really helpful now for most of us that goes to work and the time difference.
Yes, it's really helpful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ven 20. 24. God bless you for that. That's one is for you. Let's go ahead with T44. T44, do you have anything to tell us, please? Any contribution?
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is just my second time joining your live.
Yeah.
I joined, I think 2 days ago, but I joined towards the end, I think, because you had kind of done I think 4 steps of braiding already.
Yeah.
But from the little that I watched, I was like, oh my God, because I literally don't know how to make hair. I've never made hair.
Yeah.
But your videos are so clear.
Yeah.
And it's so easy. Like, I've been through YouTube trying to find videos how to make hair, but they all look so complicated and it's hard to follow through what they're telling you to do.
Yeah.
But your videos, I wasn't trying it while I was watching, but just from watching, I could tell that this looks like something I can try.
Yeah, you can do it. So, just trying it once, you can do it. Yes.
Yeah, so it was during the week, and then I was now like, okay, this weekend I'm going to try it on my daughter, but she's just 1. She's turning 2 in March, so she's still very young. But I was like, let me try and see if she's going to be steady for me to try it. So I tried the rubber band method, but I think I'm still struggling. I asked the question last time when I joined. I think it was on Thursday night.
Yeah.
You had mentioned the ratio of how to portion the braids, the attachment.
Yeah.
But I was asking about the ratio of the hair, like the natural hair that you are using, that you're sectioning.
Yeah.
So you thought I was asking about the attachment. I was asking about the hair itself, because today when I now tried to do my daughter's hair, I made 5 or 6 braids.
Yeah.
But I noticed for the first ones, especially in the center of her head where she has more thick hair, her hair is still a bit more sparse on the sides, but on the middle it's more thick and fuller.
Yeah.
So when I tried to section that part and I now made the braid using the rubber band method, it was, the beginning wasn't really clean. It wasn't very neat, because I think the natural hair portion I used was too much. Okay. But when I got to the side part where the hair is a bit more scanty, the same square that I had cut for the middle, the same square on the side, it was more neat. It was very neat from the beginning, because I think the hair is already so scanty, so it's not, I don't know if I'm explaining well.
No, I understand what you're saying. Let's say, for instance, you have a scanty hair at one part, and the other one is hair bulky, and you're using the same size of extension. When you come to the scanty hair, you know what you're going to do? You're going to add more extension to the scanty hair, because the one that have more hair will be more bulkier than the one that have scanty hair. Yes, and it varies sometimes. It varies sometimes. You can add a bit of hair to it, and sometimes when the hair is too scanty and you put more extension, it's going to pull it off. So it depends. I'm not seeing the hair to tell you what to do. It's two ways. Sometimes when we are doing braids, you come to the front and you find out that the hair in front are so thin at the end of the day, and you're using a size of extension, which is this ratio. You have, as a braider, you have to know that if you use the same size of that extension in front of the tiny one, the extension is going to outweigh the hair. So you're going to reduce your hair. That is an exemption.
Okay, but I think my issue is mainly where the hair is thicker, because her hair is short.
So when the hair is thicker, you're going to reduce some of the hair. Don't take it too much then.
Okay, so
when the hair is thicker, don't take too much of the hair. Despite maybe you're splitting it into 30, you find out that this hair, when I take this one, is too much. You're going to reduce it at that place that is thicker. No, don't take too much of the hair because it's too thick.
Right, okay.
Do you understand? You reduce the hair, not because you take it two sides. Like this one now, it's too big now. You just say no. Because the other side, let me reduce the hair because it's too thick. You reduce the size of the hair. It's still going to give you the same volume because the hair is thick there. But despite you reduced it, it's still going to give you the same size because the hair is thick there.
Okay, so in terms of proportioning the amount of attachment you're using to the amount of hair you section out, how do you proportion that?
It depends on you. If you don't want most people, they don't want extensions to be too heavy. Like, look at this hair now. Let me give you an example. This one I'm having. and I'm having a medium extension, which is this, right? And
Okay.
I use a tiny hair and I still use medium on it at the same time. If I want to use this medium hair on this size, I can still use it. Let me demonstrate it. I will demonstrate it in front of you now. Then you tell you that it's going to be the same thing, but at the end of the day, the size doesn't really matter with the extension. But if you know you want to add more extension, people want it more bulky, you go ahead and add it. Let me demonstrate this here now. I'm going to do it a natural and traditional method. Let me install it very fast.
So, I mean, it's a great option for them. I do feel that they've really suffered into the arms.
Normally, when we are doing hair and you find out that somebody's hair is too thick, all we do is to reduce the extension a bit to equate other hair. You understand me? Yes.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things. Let me make sure that this hair is covering, my extensions are covering the natural hair. Then I'll go ahead and braid it.
Yeah, because that's what I was now finding. I feel like it was now hard to cover the natural.
No, there's no way it's not going to cover it. You're going to stop and make sure it covers it.
It's like Cash and Kamara that literally get confused, and that's where the space occurs from behind. I think you can see it here. You just watch Tross right, comes in off, and this is good wide play for me because he makes that run directly in behind there. But if you just watch Cash and Kamara, they get confused, and that's where the space comes, and then the ball is behind, and then it's game over because we'll stop it there. Let me just go back to that where that's literally isn't even. Yeah.
Because most people, that is where their problem lies. Let me show you now. We are using the same size of extension I use for these ones. Then I'm doing it with more hair. At the end of the day, look at it.
Yeah. Yours still looks a lot neater than mine.
Yes, because you're still learning. Learning. Yes. Thank you so much, the natural woman. Thank you for the gift. God bless you. You're still learning. The more you do these things, the better you become. And sometimes when the hair is too much and you want the hair to equal, you don't want the hair to be too bulky. You reduce the extension. And braid the hair. No, all those ones, I don't want it to be too much complicated. The more you get into this, just follow the method you're doing. Gradually you get to understand these things. You understand? So this one, most people, their hair is too thick and you want it to equate this one, you just gradually reduce your extension because the hair here is too much to balance it up. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
And sometimes when the hair is too thin in the front, that's another way. Don't put too much heavy extension on the hair. It's going to pull your hair. It's going to break the hair. When you find this one is a mannequin training hair, the hair is complete because it's installed. Our normal hair, you see that the tiny bit of hair in front of them that's still scanty. I'm not going to take this one now and take the medium method and start applying on this hair. It's just going to pull immediately. At that point, you're going to reduce the extension. Make it smaller. It doesn't even really matter. Or you use the this method. You use the knotless method to do it.
Knotless. Okay.
Do you understand? You use the knotless method to do that hair at that point, but not too heavy because the more you still put the heavy weight, it's still going to break your hair. So when you're using the knotless method to do it, just add a little bit of hair gradually, then you braid it in.
Okay. Yes, that makes sense. Thank you.
Do you understand? Thank you so much for your contribution.
So much. God bless you. Have a good evening.
You're welcome. Thank you. So let's go to Babe. Is it Babe? Babe, can you talk to us, please? Thank you so much and talk to us.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you so much.
All I want to say is that I've really enjoyed the class. I've started following your class since.
Yeah.
So the class was very interesting. And for the plating, I'm not that blank in plating, but I enjoy when you teach and the way you communicate with the audience.
Yeah.
It really makes me happy. What I have as problem is that most of the times to come out with a smooth plating like that is always difficult. That was why I even asked, how do we draw? I really need to know how to draw the mesh so that when I plait, I may not have the hair out like that. It shouldn't be nasty.
Yes.
That's my problem.
Okay, don't worry. Because normally when I started this class as first, I'll first of all do it bit by bit at a time. People are like, oh, what she's doing? That's fine. I'm going to come and teach us how to pull up the extensions. Then at the end of the day, when you go to my videos, if you don't want to be patient for us to get into the next class, just go ahead on the video. You see how to pull your extension. I explain it bit by bit of how to pull it. Is there. So, but then I'm going to come out here because your question is going to benefit other people as well. And I'll get another extension. We'll cut it, how to cut and how to pull. They are very important for beginners as well. Very, very important. I'm going to do that class as well. Yes, I'm going to do it. So don't worry about that. Yes, just keep coming to the class. If you have not followed the account, follow the account to get notification. When we're on the class, I'm going to get ready to do that. Get a new extension. Yes. Oh, that's fine. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
It's more than even 6 months. I've been following you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. And lovely girl said how to part the hair. Do you know that we have done this? I've not even taken the hair off. Lovely girl, we have done this. Follow me on my YouTube. Just go and type how to part the hair. You get it. The full video of how to part the hair on the beginning is there on my video. 2 hours plus. Everything is in full details of how to part. Yes, I'm not taking the hair off. My handle is the same name, GraceLawendhair tutorial. Type it on YouTube. You see how to part the hair. The video is going to show you in full of how to start from the beginning and to the end. We did it online here, and then the videos are full on Facebook and on tutorial. But I sent part of it on TikTok, because I cannot download all the 2 hours plus on my TikTok. The phone will not take it. So the only thing I do is that when I go on other place, I just put it on public, and so that people can, if you miss the class, you can just go there and watch it. So thank you so much, and this chair is for you. Now let's go to Florence. Mama Florence, please go ahead and talk to us, please.
Yes, good evening, Grace.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your lesson. It has been wonderful. I really followed it. I'm now practicing it on my grandchildren. Ooh. But then the problem is how to add the extension.
Okay, how to add the extension? Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, when I use the short ones, now I want to make it longer, so it becomes a problem. And it's not smooth as the other friend of mine said. Yeah, it's not very smooth. Yeah.
You know your extension. Do you normally pull your extension? Because when the extension is short, you can be able to pull the extension. Do you do that?
Not actually.
You don't know how to. Okay, just keep. I'm going to come and teach us how to pull the extension. Sometimes it's another disadvantage from your hair not being smooth, because if you don't pull that extension to the point and brush it very well, you see that it's going to be giving you a different thing. It's another case on it. So we're going to learn that. But how to install the extension? We are here. We do it about 6 methods. 3 methods from the beginners, 3 methods from the natural and traditional method, and 3 methods or even 4 methods we did for the knotless braid. So we have about 10 methods, which you see the videos are there in my account. Click under on my face there. You're seeing the picture where they put GraceLawendhair. When you click on it, it's going to take you into where all the videos are. When you go through the videos, you see all the methods. All the methods, I have it there like in 1 minute where I can just be explaining, taking the life. There are some, I have 4 minutes video of each of the methods, well explained. Hey, sis, beautiful goddess. Thank you so much. God bless you. Rosita, McCoy, God bless you. Annabella, thank you so much. You're amazing at hair. Thank you so much. God bless you. Polly Clark, you're so sweet and adorable. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I need to find a way whereby I can be talking to YouTube people like the way I'm doing on TikTok. I don't know whether it works. I'm new to all this system, but we're going to get there. Don't worry. But any question, the way you're putting it up, and just appreciate it. Then I can read it out, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Be prepared. Okay. So now, thank you so much, Mommy Florence, and I think that will help for now. I'm going to come out here. The next class we're going to have, I'm going to show us how to prep our extension in order for us to have a good finishing end. Very, very important. I'll get a new extension Then I'll show you the ones that is pulled already, the difference between the extensions, so that you can know the ones to get when you're getting your extensions. If they don't have it in the shop, I'll explain everything to us. They will understand. Tomorrow, no lessons tomorrow because it's Sunday. I have to do my kids' uniform and everything back to school. Then on Monday, we're back to our classes. So Monday should be 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. Then Tuesday we'll do evenings. Thursday we'll do evenings. Saturday like this is falling into evenings. So thank you so much, Zaronina Nom. What about beads to the end of the hair? Yes. You see the reason why beads to the end of the hair, I can teach you beads to the end of the hair, how to do it, but never do it. Do you know the reason why I don't collect beads to the hair? When you're doing the beads take time than me doing hair. So when some mothers say, Grace, do the kids' hair, you're putting beads. I say, no, you're not going to pay me for that beads. I'm not doing beads. Go and do the beads by yourself. I can come online here to teach you how to put the beads on the hair in a simple way because you're going to do it yourself. It's easier. But for me, I don't want to spend that time in doing that beads because when you finish braiding the hair, let's say a child is here that do the hair for 3 hours, you now sit another 1 hour plus or nearly 2 hours to be putting the beads. I never want to do that. But I'm going to come here because the request is coming from YouTube. I'm going to come here and show you how to put the beads on the hair so that you can be able to learn it with rubber band. If you want to do that, I will do that for you. Yes, definitely going to do that so that you can be able to do that for the children and be able to relax and do it for them. They will be happy. I will do that. Thank you so much. But for me, I never have that. It's not as if I have patience more than enough, but for me to braid hair and start sitting down putting beads on hair, no, I don't have that time. Very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mama. Mommy Florence, you're going to still learn. It depends on the age of your children. Maybe you still want to learn how to put beads on their hair. So when you braid it, you just put the beads on their hair. Use your rubber band to hold it. I'm going to come here to show you how to do it. Thank you so much. Zerona Mom, she's laughing, and I'm telling the truth. I will not come here to lie. I don't want to do that. Most mothers, if they are watching me here, they know that Grace doesn't want to put beads on the kids' hair. Let them go and do it. I'll just braid their hair. Say, look at it to go and put your beads because I don't have that time to be doing beads. But I know how to do it. I'll come and show you how to do it in case that is the method of ending your braids with the kids. I will do it for you. So thank you so much. That will come to the end of our lessons today. And I really appreciate everyone. You see YouTube, I'm going to buy you. What am I going to buy for you, YouTube? Thank you so much. I'm going to give you my love. Thank you for joining. See YouTube, where everybody just coming to appreciate and join. Thank you so much. Most people used to watch from the For You, but now a lot of people are coming in. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. On TikTok, hey, wonderful people, thank you so much. And on Facebook, thank you. Facebook, when I wake up, because I want people to be coming out to be testing me, saying me, join the class and communicate. I'm interacting and it's making me asking questions and I'll be able to do more. But on Facebook, please, when you're watching me on Facebook, please come into the class and give questions or type in the comment section. It will help us. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you. This will come to the end of our lesson. Mama Florence, let me bring you down so that you won't lose your coins. So let me just take you down. Don't disconnect so that I will disconnect you so that you won't lose the coins you have now. And then Abike, go. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's disconnect it. So this will come to the end of our lesson. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you. Have a wonderful night if it's night, and have a wonderful day if your region is telling day. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful life. God bless you all. Be good, be kind, and God bless everyone. God grant all our heart desires this year. It's going to be a best year for us. If you're here, whatever you're here for, you're going to get it. Learn how to do it. If it's business, you're going to do it. If you want to do your children here, you're going to get it on this platform. I pray for you all. May God bless and protect us as we go in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you. My name remains Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair. If you have not followed me on my platform, it's GraceLawendhair tutorial. Just type it and follow. Subscribe, it will help so that you get notification when I'm live. Thank you so much. Adedoyin, thank you for the gifts. God bless you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So our next class will be on Monday. Don't be late to the class. And if you know you want to watch the videos fully, follow me on YouTube, Facebook, GraceLawendhair tutorial. Is going to bring up the two. I'm going to put it on public. Our live, I'll put it on public so that you can be able to watch it for that 2 hours and practice with it. Thank you so much. And on TikTok, I'm going to bring it for those that want sharp. I'm going to bring it on the clips whereby you can be able to watch it quick. And that is it. Thank you, and God bless you for coming. And see you on my next class. Bye, everyone, and good night, and good day, and good afternoon, good morning, everyone, whatever region. Bye. I'll see you on my next class. Bye. Thank you. Let's go ahead and thank you, you too. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Alice, you said amen. Alice Iradodo, I will, Mom. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you, and bye. See you on my next class. Thank you. Facebook.